I'm addicted to success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 99.
Yeah. 99. Nueve.
99 for the 2020. My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod guys, and with me is the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B.
Yeah. Fuckers up. Happy New Year. Funny looking motherfuckers.
Happy New Year. How's 2020 treating you so far, man?
It's great, man. Life's good, man. Life's great. Started a new job, closed on another property.
Yeah.
Life's
That's
great, man.
Awesome. That
Life
is awesome.
Grand. How about you?
Is that the property we talked about last, or is this even newer property?
I'm not sure. It's the one that's in Richmond, or Richmond area.
Richmond, VA?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. I don't know if I know about that one. We gotta talk about that one offline, because I got an idea as well. I need you to help me with. But anyway, 2020, this is our first show for the new year, for the new decade. I feel good. I missed you guys. I miss talking to you, V, every week. I mean, we do our talking, but talking in this fashion.
Yeah.
Other than, a war, possibly, the continent of Australia being on fire, Puerto Rico being destroyed by earthquakes.
80 degrees in January. Let's not forget that.
Yes. Other than that, global warming, right? I'm pretty good. I can't even complain. We 14 days into the year, and it was all right. What you been up to over these past few weeks that we haven't been around to bore the listeners with our lives?
Not shit, man. Nothing really. Like I said, I started a new job last week, so I really wasn't doing shit for the past 2 weeks at my other job. So that's it, man. I ain't really been doing shit, just enjoying family and time and, the weather at this point. Fucking, cause it's been warmer than it has. Excuse me, drinking beer. Pardon me on that one. It's been warmer than it has been cold recently. So yeah, just enjoying that. That's about it, man. I ain't doing too much, same old same. I'm slow motion. I don't be doing a whole lot.
Yeah. Just making money. I hear you.
Trying to make it all.
Wrong with that. I've been chilling. I've had a little fun here and there. Been resting. Just mentally getting myself together and figuring out moves and things like that. I did catch up on some TV.
Oh yeah.
I said I need to talk to you about that. So I watched You. Have you watched You?
Nah.
On Netflix?
Nah, I ain't watched You. I heard it was a watered down Dexter, so I really ain't been impressed.
I can see where the Dexter thing comes in. I can see a new relationship version of Dexter. I can see that. I hadn't heard that comparison, but yeah, it's a pretty good show. It's for those of you who have not watched You on Netflix, it's about a guy who's a stalker. Pretty much. And, the new season came out at the top of the year or either the end of last year. Not sure. Cause they're running together at this point in time, but in the past 4 weeks, it came out, and, he's a stalker. He's a stalker pretty much. The show is actually pretty good in my opinion. It's kind of the thing that I like about the show so much is really kind of when we're dating someone, in a relationship with someone, we give them the image that we have in our head, right? So like you kind of, because you like them, your mind automatically gets you to look at the good things about them versus like the red flags. And it's very interesting because even this guy as a stalker who knows like the ins and out of this woman's life, he still has made up a image of her in his head, and like all of the things that she does that may present themselves in the form of a red flag, he kind of blames it on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wouldn't go out and do that. She doing that because she hanging out with this bitch, and this bitch making her do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Versus like taking people for like who the fuck they are. Oh, so that's very interesting. I definitely think it's worth watching. I also think that is one of those shows where you can only stretch the storyline out, but so far. So it's been renewed for its third season. And I think like that's probably where it needs to wrap up. I'm not going to even tell y'all about the second season because that'll be spoiler alerts for real. But I think a good season 3 and like put a bow on it and let's get on to something else. Mm-hmm. But I definitely recommend watching it. It's a pretty good show. But from your recommendations, I did watch Godfather of Harlem.
Shit was fire, right?
It was really good. It was a good show. Forrest Whitaker is a talented, ugly nigga. Like that man is unattractive, my guy. Like it was like a little hard to digest certain scenes. Like I don't want to see Forrest Whitaker kissing anyone. Like it makes me cringe. His wife is beautiful, but it's
yeah, she was bad.
Based on Bumpy Johnson and all of those guys, and I really like the relationship with him and Malcolm X. Now, how much of Godfather and Harlem is supposed to be true versus entertainment? Because I know you watched it, and
So brother Nori Muhammad, he was on The Breakfast Club and he was on Joe Budden podcast because on one episode Maul brought up I think Joe brought up like who killed Malcolm, and not to spoil it for you, but it's really a period piece or whatever. But anyway,
yeah, like, I think everybody. I mean, the rumor is the Nation of Islam killed him.
Right, but so they didn't, and it was dispelled through Nori Muhammad provided a bunch of different facts that it's just another ploy by the white man in entertainment to make, pit black people against black people. And this is all entertainment. He was like just the whole entire depiction of the Nation of Islam and Malcolm X was completely false. And it was, embellished because he was like, you could see where, like the brothers were like slouched over, hands in their pocket. Like Malcolm was always leaning to the side and shit. Like he was still like the Detroit Red. And if you know anything about Malcolm X, that was his moniker before he was Malcolm Little, and he used to go by that moniker, Detroit Red, when he was doing all the dirt. Yep. But like he had him to the side, his hands in his pockets and shit like that. And he was like, if you know anything about the Nation of Islam, we stand up straight. We walk tall, chest out, and it's some decree that they have within the nation or whatever. He was like, so that's false. He was like, of course they're Hollywood's gonna paint it to be as such, but he was like, I trust and believe that they like J. Edgar Hoover, he wiretapped, fucking not Louis Farrakhan, what's her name? Elijah Muhammad, he wiretapped him for 3 years and never found anything. So if they would have found anything, they certainly would have tried to incriminate him and, bring him up on charges in the entire nation. So, it's bullshit, based off what he says,
So what did he say to actually dispel that they, I don't know, this your lane, that they didn't kill him besides, maybe, depicting them with the accurate mannerisms that the Nation of Islam would.
So, and when Malcolm got killed, when he was in, I forgot what ballroom, I forgot the name of the ballroom. It'll come to me later. But anyway, when he got killed, it was the first time that he had ever, like, his head of his security ended up working was a federal agent, undercover the entire time. And this was the first time that Malcolm had any forum where he was at where people weren't searched, prior to, this was the only one. And that same gentleman who was the head of security convinced him not to have, anyone searched. And for whatever reason, he went along with it. 3 of the people that were arrested for the assassination were, 3 of the people that were arrested for the assassination 2 of them were federal informants. The other one was let go. He was supposed to be a former member of the nation, but he wasn't. He was, I think, if I know 2 out of 3 were federal informants. I'm not sure if the third one was. I can't remember specifically, but, and then like I said, his head of security, when Malcolm was shot, he ran over to the body and tried to resuscitate him with mouth to mouth, which you don't do that. You don't give somebody mouth to mouth that's been shot in the chest. What you try to do is stop the bleeding. And, so apparently, he, suffocated him from that point on to ensure that he was dead outside of the 6 or 7 shots that he had to the chest. It's a bunch of other shit like,
but was the relationship with, him and Bumpy Johnson?
No, that wasn't accurate? Exaggerated. No, that was accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
I mean, I only know gangster shit as far as, any TV watcher. I don't really, research the shit and see what's real and see what's fake. But I never knew they had such a relationship. That was one of the best things I liked. I studied it after
the fact. So yeah, they were actually very close because Bumpy used to take care of, like when Malcolm Little or Detroit Red was in Harlem and during the Harlem Renaissance. And if you know anything about, like I said, his early on acts before he became,
everybody seen Malcolm X, right? Y'all seen Malcolm X, listeners, right? At least y'all know that much, right?
Should I hope so? Not, you should. But yeah, I mean, even in that, like it was Malcolm X was based off Alex Haley's,
interpretation.
Book, or book. And then so that even with that, like, he apparently wrote an original copy and the publishers, told him that they wouldn't allow him to put that in there. So he had to kind of, make it appealing to the whites and put the nation in there. Cause apparently he was in the way of making his way back to the nation, after he took his Hajj, which is a pilgrimage to Mecca. He did that and he was actually in the process of kind of, trying to rekindle. Apparently, I don't know if that's, that's what Nuri Muhammad said. So it was really good. If you haven't checked Nuri Muhammad's interview out, you should check it out. It's on the Breakfast Club or on Joe Budden's podcast. I don't know what episode it was, but it was really informative and really dope.
I thought that one of the things about Godfather of Harlem that was starting to get a little bit redundant to me was the back and forth between, him and Chin. And I'm gonna try not to give any spoilers, but y'all might want to skip ahead just a couple minutes. The back and forth between him and Chin, right? And it just kept going back and forth. So I'm like, is the whole show just going to be this constant back and forth between these two who can't really do anything to each other, but they really doing shit to each other?
But it's real. That's really what happened though.
But it's kind of like, so what I got from this is basically what happens today, that niggas try to go by, and I mean, niggas in general, not black niggas, but niggas in general, niggas try to go by these rules of engagement, right? When really nobody follows the rules. Like there's no honor among thieves. So there's all this like fake loyalty. And even to this day, like people try to base their lives on like these gangster movies and these times of history of the mafia and all of that, when really there are no rules.
All right.
There are no rules. Like you could take the Tekashi 6ix9ine shit. There are no rules. Like even though, that's a weak case, but what I'm saying is at the end of the day, there are no rules. Like, do you idolize, like, not idolize like you want to be a part of it, but how do you feel about that culture of, people trying to live up to like this mafia culture?
Well, I mean, in terms of that, like that shit is corny because them niggas didn't fuck with us. Like Italian people don't fuck with black people at all, clearly, if you've seen the movie. But even if you see other movies that'll, that's depicted. They were incredibly racist, for whatever reason, which is weird because they were immigrants the same.
Yes.
Well, not that we were immigrants, but you know what I mean. But they were foreigners and they weren't from here. So, I definitely don't idolize it. I mean, I enjoy the the organization of it and the crime syndicates are good. Everybody enjoys fuck shit, you know what I mean? Whatever, whatever realm it comes in, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm all about action movies and shit like that. And I mean, I've studied a lot about that shit. Like I used to, in like high school, I had like a law and justice class, and our teacher was like, he used to enjoy the mob. So we used to watch the Sammy the Bull and, all that, the John Gotti's and all that shit. Cause, he was the Teflon Don, how many times we beat cases and shit like that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I enjoy that just cause I enjoy street tales, anybody, you know what I mean? Like from black people or anybody that's kind of lived some shit, you know what I mean? That's interesting to hear. But as far as idolization, nah, wouldn't go that far.
I definitely thought Godfather Harlem was a good one. I'm interested to see, the next season. But seeing as where it starts and the first season ends, and it's basically the precursor to American Gangster, how many seasons do you feel like Godfather of Harlem really could go? Like if it's based on kind of like real life timeline.
I mean, shit, they can go the beginning of the origin, how he became Bumpy Johnson. You know what I mean? Like he was in
So
jail
you're saying go backwards, like a prequel?
They could do like a prequel, like they can incorporate, I don't know, it's a bunch of different ways they can go. But yeah, shit.
But based on where the show ended, where in that timeline is it before he actually gets killed?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay. So watch Godfather of Harlem. I also watched, after watching that, I think I watched things in the wrong order because I watched Godfather of Harlem and then I watched American Gangster just because.
That shit was trash.
And you thought that American Gangster was trash?
Yeah, I hated the movie. It was
really why?
I didn't think it was a good movie. It was just long and boring. It really wasn't like, I don't know. It really wasn't that good to me. I haven't seen it since I know I watched it when it first came out and then, maybe another time, but I really didn't enjoy it like that. It wasn't really that good to me. Like Russell Crowe's character got on my nerves and Denzel did a good job, but, I went to see Just Mercy. That shit is an excellent movie.
I want to go see that. Yeah.
That movie is fucking awesome. I went to see that Saturday. I took my mom and my old lady and shit. That shit was fucking awesome. Like, Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan deserve every fucking award that they have, and they need to get all them shits. Like every last one of them. That shit was amazing. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. Cause I want to see that. I want to see that too. Yeah. I was actually supposed to go see it this weekend. I believe it.
Thug tears.
I believe it. And so I was supposed to go see it like this weekend and I changed my plans and I was just like, I knew it was going to be something like that. And I said, I'm not really in the mood to be angry today. So that's why I didn't go see it. Oh, to be completely honest. So I'll probably go see it. I might go see it Sunday. If I don't see it during the week, I might go see it Sunday. So I watched, but I did, just to circle back, when I originally saw American Gangster, loved it. But when I watched it this time, I probably echo like 50% of your sentiment. Yeah. Like, it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was,
that shit was
10 years ago or whenever that joint came out. Like, I'm not going to call it trash. I'm not going to call it that at all. It just it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was when I originally saw the shit. Mm-hmm. And y'all know how I feel about Denzel Washington. I watch Denzel Washington, but I feel like Denzel Washington plays Denzel Washington. So, that's my unpopular opinion about Denzel Washington.
Right. That's super unpopular.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, Denzel Washington does great movies and I watch them and whatever, but I've never really seen Denzel Washington not be Denzel Washington.
Have you seen Training Day?
Yes. And that's always what people bring up.
I mean, have you seen Glory?
Yeah, I've seen
Glory.
Have
you seen fucking Man on Fire?
Yes.
Right there. Have you seen Mo Better Blues?
It's Denzel Washington, the saxophone player. Denzel
have you seen
Washington,
Malcolm X?
The cop. Denzel Washington. Yeah, it's still Denzel Washington. Like, Jamie Foxx to me is better than Denzel Washington.
Jamie Foxx is the most talented person in the world. So
Jamie Foxx embodies every character.
So
Like
does
he's a totally different person.
Training Day. He was a totally different person.
He was a cop. He was Denzel
No, he
Washington,
wasn't
the
a cop.
dirty cop.
He was a dirty cop, but he was an amazing actor. Like he was not Denzel that you like. He's lived that role. Like that shit was iconic. And then when he played Malcolm,
it was a good movie. I'm not debating if he makes a good movie.
Nah,
I'm just debating if he really plays Denzel Washington. Like DMX is DMX in every movie that DMX has been.
Never try to compare the two.
I'm just saying, you have certain, as a person, you have certain mannerisms, you have certain ways that you conduct yourself. Just as the person you are.
John Q? Like, what? Like,
yeah, I'm still with Denzel Washington, the father. Denzel Washington.
I don't agree at all.
He's still Denzel Washington in a different job. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater.
You are definitely a hater. And that's fine.
I'm not a hater. When you go and watch Ray, you forget that Jamie Foxx is playing Ray.
Nigga, if you watch Malcolm X, you forget that he's playing Malcolm X. Like, he embodies Malcolm X. Have you seen, like, how well, like, I don't know.
Okay, so Malcolm X, I'll give you.
You'll give me.
I'll give you. It pushed him a little bit.
This nigga said pushed him.
It pushed him a little bit. I'll give him that. He wasn't, Denzel Washington all the way through to Islam. Okay. But I again, my stance is, my unpopular opinion, Denzel Washington makes great music. Movies. I love watching Denzel Washington's movies, but it's like, here's a Denzel Washington playing something else. Not like Jamie Foxx. Like I feel like, do you feel like Jamie Foxx gets as much credit as Denzel Washington? He gets a lot of credit.
He doesn't have as many movies, so I would say no. But Jamie got some duds out there too. Like, but he got
some duds too. He got some movies. He ain't got a lot. I can name off 15 killers right now. Like, if I go to IMBD or whatever the fuck that shit's called, we can run down bruh shit. Like, bruh got some killers. Like, Jamie got some killers too, for sure. He does. But I feel like Jamie, the movies that you're going to call duds for Jamie Foxx is like when he was more so in his comedy bag, like Booty Call and shit like that.
What was that shit with Tom Cruise? That shit was trash. There's some other shit. I would have to look it up, but.
So if you had to pick an actor to play B Hill, would it be Jamie Foxx or would it be Denzel Washington?
Well, I like to sing, so I'm gonna go with Jamie Foxx.
Besides the singing, besides
and then I'm
the
funny
singing,
too. So like I'm
sure
like he's more my. I'm pretty funny. You know what I mean? I like to think so.
Pretty funny.
And
modest too. You're very modest.
And I like to sing. So I would say Jamie Foxx just from like a talent standpoint, because I feel like I'm pretty talented in more than one way. So I've never heard Denzel sing. So then nigga probably can sing too.
I'm sure he can sing as good as you can. I'm pretty sure
Denzel. He used to be on plays and shit, but like, I mean, as far as for what from me, yeah. Because I mean, like I said, I feel like I got a couple different tools in my tool belt, but and
you don't feel like, so basically you're saying you don't feel like Denzel Washington could embody.
No, he definitely could, but I just like the comedian aspect. I like Denzel is actually pretty funny, like in normal conversation. I've never seen him be a
B Hill. So
yeah, that's why I just said Jamie Foxx. But I think Denzel. I mean, if it fell short, like if Jamie was busy, I would feel confident that Denzel would be able to do a good job if he looked at my memoirs of Bill.
All right. Well, I can feel you. It's an agree to disagree.
Nonetheless, Jamie Foxx smoked fucking Just Mercy, and Michael B. Jordan fucking smoked Just Mercy, and Joe Budden is a fucking hater. And if I dare him to because if you know how he always be saying he's a face actor and shit. Like he always say he a face actor, and he got like 4 lines. This nigga. What'd he say?
I don't know. Tell us, I guess Joe Budden's thoughts on who, Jamie Foxx or Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
What is his thoughts?
I just said it. He fucking says he's a face actor and he don't got no lines, which is complete bullshit. He's just a hater. But this motherfucker, like, I'm telling you, man.
What's a face actor?
Like,
I don't
just
know what that
acting
means.
with his face, like, not having lines.
Oh.
So he fucking, like, smoked that shit, my nigga. Like, I'm telling you something. I'm telling you, man. That shit is excellent. Like, he actually, because he has more speaking, he's a lawyer in it, so he's, obviously doing more, leg work and research. And so it's his movie. He's like the main star, but it's about Jamie Foxx's character, obviously getting him off and shit like that. But it was just, it was so well done. And the wild shit about it, like the movie, this shit takes place in like 1987. You know what I'm saying? So
wow,
like it's
really?
not even the 60s and the 50s.
Bruh,
or some
I
like
thought that
crazy
shit
civil
was
rights.
definitely like the 60s.
That shit is at 1987 in Alabama.
Wow.
And like, not to spoil it for you, but like,
yeah, don't, because I'm going to watch
it's not going to spoil it for you. This is like, at the particular time that Michael B. Jordan comes down there, his case, the dude's name is Brian Stevenson. And the time that he comes down there, it's 6 people on death row that are not supposed to be on death row. You know what I mean? Like, he gets mad at them niggas off and certain ones he doesn't get them off just because of time constraints and shit like that. But like, pokes holes in every one of the fucking cases and all this other shit. Shit's crazy, man. It's just fucking an excellent movie.
Well, I'll try to watch it. I'll try to go see it this weekend. And if I do, we can maybe do a deeper dive next
work.
week. So guys, y'all watch it too. So
yeah,
y'all
man,
don't have
support
to
it. It's Martin Luther King Day. Go on Martin Luther King Day. If you got off,
perfect. I think that's perfect. That's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, do that shit, man.
Perfect.
Support black movies.
I'm going to go
like
on Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, let's start a movement, guys. Everybody go see it on Martin Luther King Day. And my company is celebrating Martin Luther King Day for the first time.
I think ours is too. They took away Good Friday.
Oh, really? No, we don't celebrate Good Friday either. But I feel like any company that don't celebrate MLK Day in Atlanta is racist.
It's fucked. That's a fact.
Period. And the only reason my company did it was because they did some type of assessment and realized they didn't give us enough holidays per best practices and shit. So they picked to give us Martin Luther King Day, which I'm totally cool with.
Hell yeah. We got President's Day too, which is weird.
Yeah, that's racist.
It's like mid-February.
I wish we got that. Look, any day to be off.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Any day
Shout
to be
out
off.
to federal employees. Them niggas get every fucking holiday.
Every day off.
But they also gotta walk in the rain and shit for you fucking post office workers.
Just the post office people. That's like, just the post office people.
Yeah.
The rest of the government ain't doing shit. Half of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm from DC with a bunch of family that work for the government. And I'll be like, nigga, you still employed? Like, what do you do exactly? Like, real talk, I had a great aunt that I was very close to, and she moved back to Mississippi around when my grandma did, probably about 10 years ago at this point in time. And we were talking about her, and I was just like, wait a minute, what was her job with the government? Like, she worked for the government all these years. I never knew what her job was. And when I say like she was close, like her and my grandmother were cousins, and wherever my grandma moved, she moved either in the same building or across the street. So she was there at all points in time of my life.
Right.
But anyway, that shit crazy. But Snowfall, before I run long.
Snowfall was amazing.
So Snowfall. Okay. So right now I am on second season, about episode 6.
What just happened?
So far it's dragging.
Really?
I'm not I'm invested now. I don't think it's bad, but it's just, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I watched all this gangster shit and get into
it gets gangster.
Franklin
they with the Mexicans and shit.
Yeah, with his greenness. So I don't want to ruin it. So, but what I will say is I'm right now where they find out homegirl a cop.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Oh, that's the climax.
Now it's starting to get good.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the climax.
Franklin is really, really green. And I was just like, okay, so this is
Franklin
like this
turns into a whole goddamn gangster.
Okay,
like,
so I was just
gets
like,
through that. Third season is one of the greatest seasons of all time, like just in TV history. Like that shit because it's from the greenness, and like now he's becoming like, oh, all right, this is what the fuck it is. I'm about to be that nigga. I'm about to run all this shit. And then,
okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
You,
So I was
you
like,
in store for a surprise.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, I'm already invested. And
Right.
I personally told my sister, I said, listen, if this doesn't grab my attention, and I'm 16 episodes in, if this does not grab my attention by the end of the second season, you and B Hill gonna hear my mouth. Cause it's you and her that's like, nah, Snowfall.
First season was weak. I told you that
Yeah.
shit. But it's all gonna make sense in the second and third seasons. Like, like towards the end of that shit, like it's all gonna come, full circle. So
I was like, he's so green, but then I was trying to, give him some bail, cause I'm just like, it's new, crack new. He don't really know what to do with it, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, wait, I just watched the whole Godfather of Harlem. Drugs been out. Yeah, I mean, it's just a new drug.
Yeah,
crack had been out, but the drug game has always been around.
Yeah, but they was just selling weed and shit then. They won't they
selling heroin and all that shit, bruh.
Yeah, but
heroin was the shit. Crack of back then.
Yeah, but it was, but nah. Heroin didn't take over like crack did. Crack ruined lives. Like, it ruined communities it ruined communities. Heroin didn't ruin communities. Like, not like this.
And heroin definitely ruined communities.
Not
but
like crack,
you said,
bro.
Maybe not like this. But that's still, he didn't know any rules of engagement. Like,
yeah, he learned them though. Believe that.
All right. So my question for you, with this Godfather Harlem and Snowfall, are booty goons real?
Well, Big Dick Buster.
Like, there really are Big Dick Buster and the nigga who raped the nigga in season 1?
I don't remember that.
When they went to go, the guy, when Franklin, y'all need to fast forward because I need to understand this.
You the only nigga that didn't watch it, so look. You the only one.
No, it's a lot of people who didn't watch it because I asked them and they like, no, like, I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't talk to you about it because I've been wanting to talk to motherfuckers about it. So I talked to my sister about it. So in season 1, when Franklin gets robbed, when he sells like the first or second key, he's leaving the club. He gets robbed by the 2 niggas. They go to the nigga house. They recruit my guy from, dark skinned dude from the Neighbors. That's, comedian, king of comedy. What's his name? Cedric the Entertainer. Have you ever seen, Neighbors?
Yes.
Okay. So the son.
No.
The son.
No, I don't. All right, I'm sorry. So I just know Gina and said
they go.
You talking about Leon? Uncle Leon? Or you talking about one of you talking about Leon from that be with fucking Franklin?
No, man.
I forgot first season completely. I'm sorry. Like, it was super slow, so I used to fall asleep on that shit.
When he first got robbed, the first time he got robbed for his money, after he gave homegirl the money in the club, she poured the money out on the table. And I was like, why would you pour a nigga money out in front of everybody? Like, that's how I knew. I'm like, Franklin green as fuck, because I would have been highly disrespected. He put the money in the shit. He goes out. The 2 niggas rob him.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
So then they go recruit one of the gangsters.
She get her shit too.
They go recruit one of the gangsters, the real gangsters, and go back to try to get the money from one of the niggas. And so they tie him up to the fucking chair. They beat the shit out of him. He still wouldn't talk. So then the dude they recruited to beat his ass took him in the room and raped him. So that he could tell them
I don't remember
where the money was at. You don't remember that part? You don't remember a nigga getting fucking raped?
I don't. I told you I ain't really give a fuck about season 1. Like,
okay, so, but you remember Big Dick Busters. It's same concept.
Yeah,
you got a nigga that rape niggas to get information or to torture niggas. Have you heard of these booty goons before?
No, I haven't. But niggas be in the pen. Jail love is real. Niggas come home and be punks, but we'll goddamn kill your ass and beat the fucking shit out of you and fuck you in your ass. So, yeah, it's niggas like that.
Bruh, I thought about the whole, we talked about Breakfast Club, 9 years, all that, what kicked it off, and Ray J was talking about the booty goons on the first year of the Breakfast Club. So I thought the shit was funny, but now after watching this shit, I'm like, yo, booty goons might be real.
Oh yeah, nah, it's niggas that fuck niggas for sure.
Like, fuck niggas for torture too. Like, I'm about to go fuck the shit out of you to make you tell me some information.
And I'm gonna enjoy it the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. That shit was
niggas
crazy.
get raped in prison. So yeah,
But we ain't in prison. We out here,
shit,
you using
nigga
your
been in prison
dick.
more longer than he ain't. And he had more ass than he has pussy. So shit, he prefers it.
I'm like but like we're literally using ass rape as a weapon out here. That blew my mind. Like, nah, we about to call motherfucking Big Dick Buster to come get this information up out of you if you don't want to tell us about it. Yeah. Or homeboy from Snowfall, I need you to look up that. Cause I was like, yo, this shit is wild. So, all right. So I guess I gotta wait. I think Snowfall is like 10 episodes a season. So you telling me like these last 4 episodes about to get lit.
Correct. I think it might be 12. I can't remember. But
did you catch up on any new TV?
What did I watch? I don't know. I watched so much shit. What did I watch? Not that I can remember. Fuck. Not that I can remember. I be watching shit all the time, so I can't really, nothing that sticks out. It'll probably come back to my memory as we continue to talk, so I'm gonna jog it, but not right now.
They announced Atlanta is coming in 2021 with 2 seasons. Do we care?
Nah.
That's what I said. I don't even really give a fuck at this point. Like, honestly, to be completely honest, at this point in time, I could care less if it come back or not. Now, if it come back on, when it come back on, I'll probably watch it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch it.
But I'm not like, it ain't no anticipation for me.
Right.
Like, if it don't come on, it don't come on.
Oh, Naked and Afraid, Naked and Alone came back on. That shit is good as fuck. That's my shit.
Is Naked and Afraid Alone the spinoff of Naked and Afraid?
Yeah,
you by yourself.
Because normally you got a partner and then y'all make the trek through 21 days. But now they've put a different spin on that shit and it's Naked and Alone. So you be out that motherfucker by yourself going fucking nuts, like nobody to talk to. Like, because sometimes in Naked and Afraid,
so where's the dialogue coming from and the conflict coming from?
Nigga
from a
trying to figure.
Show.
Talking to himself and fucking going crazy and not being able to find food and having nobody to assist him and shit like that. So
it's like production sitting there eating a Kit Kat and you sitting there starving like a bitch.
You goddamn right. With a nightlight.
Bro, they got craft services down at the trailers and shit, and you in the
it was
fucking
one episode, nigga.
It's
one episode. This was the regular Naked and Afraid. Of course, it had to be a black man. This motherfucker goes and like steals the fucking crew's food. Like, them niggas was hungry as fuck. So the nigga found out what the crew was saying and like snuck in their tent while they was sleeping, like took mad snacks and brought them back to the thing.
I ain't even mad at you, bro.
Yeah, I'm mad at you because you shouldn't have did that stupid shit. Like, you knew what you signed up for. Like, the fuck. Like,
hey, it's all about survival.
You got to be the black man. Like, you got to be the motherfucker to go bring the shit back. Like, the fuck, and get caught. Like, nigga, they got cameras the entire time. Like, you're in a fucking reality show. Like, you think you're not. But, I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Hey, fact. You hungry. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar, my nigga. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's funny as shit. Any resolutions, any improvements, anything you want to do for the new year?
Nah, keep on.
Besides go on Naked and Afraid?
Nah, I don't want to go there. I'm cool. I'm too hairy.
You want to do it?
Hell no. I'm too hairy. I'm sure you get caught up on me and
What's the bag? What's the bag to go on Naked and Afraid?
That shit ain't no money. Like, them niggas just do that shit for the love of being outside and shit. Nah, I'm straight.
They probably get something though. It probably ain't
them
no
niggas
prize.
Get a free trip. Like, it ain't no fucking, it ain't, nigga, hell no, it ain't. I looked it up. That shit ain't no money. Like, that shit be like $4,000 or some shit like that. And that's like,
what I'm saying. Most of the time with these shows, even if you don't get paid like directly, like you get paid every time the episodes air. Like on Catfish and shit. Like, you get a check every time the episode air.
I need, when I complete day 21, I need there to be like, cause them niggas be having to like walk through fucking mountainous regions for like 2.5 miles and jump in the sea and swim for another 1.5 miles to get to the rescue boat and shit. Nigga, when I get to the rescue boat, it needs to be a whole fucking trough of fucking money. Them niggas they don't even be having no food for them niggas when they get there. Like, they just,
oh, hell no.
Like, it need to be something in the boat, nigga. I just swam. I ain't ate in 17 days and burned 990 million calories swimming to this motherfucking shit. And you talking about some goddamn, you gonna give me a little towel and shit. That's my shit.
So they just do it for bragging rights?
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah, that shit's crazy. The new season of 60 Days In is on, and they in some badass prison in Alabama. For y'all who don't know, 60
It was
Days
probably
In,
the one that
people-
fucking, I wouldn't be surprised if the shit, because that's where, No Just Mercy was filmed. It was based in Alabama.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's like one of the worst prisons in like Alabama and shit. And for y'all who don't know what 60 Days In, it's on A&E, I think. And people, for various reasons, I don't give a fuck about, because I would never volunteer to go to jail. Various reasons, they want to know what it feel like. They work with youth. They are police officers. They Marines. They just want to test themselves and see if they can make it. Like different reasons they go, but they go and be in jail for like 60 days. And I'm only on episode 2, and 2 of the niggas then already like get me out. And one only got through like the check-in process, like booking. And he saw that shit. He was like, I don't want to do it. But he a Marine.
Yeah.
Like, so that shit crazy. But, some people just sign up for shit. Like it gotta be some type of huge bag in it for me to be like, all right, I might try this shit out. And that's only as a female. I definitely wouldn't go into no men's prison.
Nigga, I don't even want to talk to the nigga at DirecTV and Sam's. So you talking about some goddamn, hell no, I don't even want to talk to you. Hey, sir, you want to see what we got? No, motherfucker. You ain't locking me in the shit.
Back. Hey, look, if I'm by myself and I'll be like the mall, I put my headphones in, don't talk to me. Yo, the people in the middle of the mall are fucking terrorists. Yeah. Like, come on, hey, come here, hey.
Kiosk killers.
Kiosk killers, bro. What? Hey, come do, dog. Sir, look at my hair. You think you about to flat on it in the middle of this mall? You think I'm about to let your white hands touch my black natural hair in the middle of this mall with a flat iron? Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. My resolutions, my shit is saying keep pushing. Playing small is canceled. I'm just ready. I'm really just ready. But my biggest resolution, I told y'all I'm a resolution person, is I will not let my day job stress me the fuck out. I refuse to do that. And I'm going to channel my energy into all the things. Now, I'm going to do what I got to do to get paid. But I ain't about to let y'all stress me out in the process. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And I'm putting my energy towards my things that will make me self-employed. Pretty much. Or do things that are outside of going into this office, listening to this bullshit.
I get it.
Don't get me wrong. I'm blessed. I have great job. I get paid greatly. However, none of that shit is worth me being stressed out. And I've had a little bit of peace. I've had a little bit of time off work. So this is going to be hard going back to work.
Oh, you ain't back at work yet?
No, I go back on Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, I'm not letting them niggas stress me out. Period. I'm not letting them stress me out. Speaking of people not being stressed, you ready to get into some Brown and Proud?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Brown and Proud goes out to Akon, man. It's official. Akon, has created his own city in Senegal called Akon City.
Hey, can't think of a name. Let's go with yours.
Hey, facts. Why not? Akon, he's a descendant. He's of Senegalese descent. He officially announced plans for his futuristic crypto city. He announced it in 2018, but now it's official. Senegal has gifted him the land. It's over like 2,000 acres. And it was gifted to him by the president of Senegal, Macky Sall. The new city will also trade exclusively with its own digital cash called, wait for this, Akon. Akon. So he's gonna have his own city.
Got his own money.
And his own money. When I say he got his own money, he got his own money.
I actually did watch that shit over the week, over the break. That shit is excellent. Still.
Yeah, for sure. I just want the second one to not make it bad.
It's gonna be good.
I hope so, man. I hope so. You know, it's hard to make a
Oh, yeah.
sequel.
I'm going to see Bad Boys 2 this weekend. Hell yeah. Fucking
Damn,
hell yeah.
Bad Boys do come out this weekend.
Let's get this black money. Fuck niggas up.
You know what? A nigga might. Oh, but I do want to support both of them.
Yeah, you got to go double it up. Just go to matinee. Just go to matinees.
Listen,
or nigga movie hop. Thug it out. Like, get real, like,
bro,
real
that's
gangster.
what I was, that was my plan. I was like, I'll buy the Just Mercy ticket.
Yeah.
Right? So I can,
cause that ain't gonna be packed like that. Yeah, you can. Them niggas ain't gonna. They need your little $8, but the other niggas, they ain't. I mean, they need it, but they don't need it.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need to let you know that Martin and fucking Will Smith can make money. Now, Jamie Foxx don't need your help to make money either, or Michael B. Jordan. However, I feel like the premise.
Yeah, the premise needs
to make
like
money.
That story needs your money.
Yes.
Just so they can make some more of them. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's a plan.
So thug it out.
It's a plan. It's a plan.
Steal some cable one time.
Nike gave Obama $5 million for his athletic center, at the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago. I mean, that's cool and all, brown and proud. But my question to you is, I saw a picture on one of the sneaker websites, and it was just Obama like playing basketball and shit, but it was like super stylized in like a Nike way. And I was like, I'm gonna ask B Hill this. Would you wear an Obama sneaker if Nike gave Obama a sneaker?
If it's hard, yeah. Hell yeah. If it ain't hard, no. If it's like the Monarchs or some shit, no. Fuck no.
For y'all who don't know sneakers, the Monarchs is like the dad shoe.
Them shit's so trash. And my niece, shout out to my niece, love you, sweet. She be like, she is 18 and be like, yo, them shit's jamming. And I said, what? She was like, them shit's hard as fuck. Like the white shit. She was like, you seen the different color? I was like, niece, if you buy them fucking shoes. And she get busy. She from Louisiana, but she still get busy. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, them shits. I forgot what like Louisiana term she said, but I was like, yo, if you buy them goddamn shoes, like I will come down that motherfucker and throw them shits away. Ain't no goddamn way.
I can see those being hot in Louisiana because Reebok Classics are still being worn in Louisiana.
Well, soldieries. I ain't really see, when I was down there, I ain't seen nobody in the soldieries. That's just what they call them. Soldieries.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, the Reebok Classics. Like,
yeah.
when I went,
more
I
the
saw
tennis
niggas in
sneakers,
those.
though.
I saw those, but she's also in the generation that wear them ibuprofen 800 felines. My niece wear them shits. Like, they all wear them shits.
She don't wear them. But she was like, them shit's hard. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, them shits is trash. She was like, look at these. Like, the ones with little flames on them and shit. I was like, them shits are fucking garbage.
Yeah, I know exactly the ones they talk about. Them shits be selling out too, like them shits with them flames and shit. Them shits
is hot poop. Yeah, and it's funny because I was at the outlet a couple weeks ago and they had them shits on sale for like $39.99. I sent her, she was like, please buy those for me. I was like, nigga, no, I'm not buying these shits. Like, I was just fucking with her, sending them and shit. She was like, please buy them shits for me. And I was like, nope, the fuck, I'm not buying these shits.
Damn. Happy birthday to my nephew. He just turned 2.
Yeah.
And shout out to my sister from another Mr. Dree. She had a birthday this weekend too. Shout out to them. Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday. Oh, happy shout out to my brother-in-law Harold. It's his birthday. I don't know if he listens. He 50. He don't know what a podcast is, but and he country's hell. But shout out to my nigga.
Harold.
Happy birthday to my nigga. LSU
hey,
won
family
last
members,
night.
Tell Harold to listen to this podcast
and
get his shout out. Harold said, fuck a podcast.
Harold a whole 50-year-old gangster. That nigga ain't listening to no podcast.
Hey, that's funny.
That nigga fried pork roast.
Hey. Sounds good to me.
Nah.
Fried pork. It's probably good. I'm with it, Harold.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, yeah, cause you don't eat the swide.
Nah,
I eat the swide for sure. My mama made me some pork chop. Man, them shits was so fire.
I know they was.
They were fire as fuck. Shout out to my mama. You ready to get into some litter shit?
Yeah, we're gonna be here all day. Let's do it.
Litter shit is our pop culture segment. You just got back. Don't be trying to slack on the job. They ain't heard us in weeks.
Yeah, they'll be all right. We'll be back.
We'll
be next week.
Give our listeners what they want. Litter shit is our pop culture segment where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timelines. What you sipping on today? What you sipping?
I just finished the beer. I had it. I couldn't take it. I was drinking it. So now it's finished.
Well, he drinking beer. he's so fucking nasty. I am drinking my classic. Y'all know me. I'm drinking, Jack Daniels and ginger. Put your cups up and,
Jack Daniels and ginger or ginger ale?
Ginger ale.
Oh, okay.
It's always ginger ale. When I say ginger, it's ginger ale.
Well, I thought you might have had some fresh ginger in that motherfucker.
No, not at all. Ginger ale. Sometimes I will hit it with the ginger beer, but ginger ale, when I say that, majority of the time. Because I only drink ginger beer at bars. But we're gonna put our cups up and we are gonna talk about this fucking Rap Radar interview that y'all pressed me out for because y'all wanted to hear our take on it. And get y'all this information y'all need and get the fuck up out of here. So Drake, who is rarely known for doing interviews these days, and fans got a chance to hear over 2.5 fucking hours of Drake. Get some things off his chest, in an interview with Rap Radar, hosted by Elliot Wilson and B. Miller. Shout out to B. and Elliot, but I really love B. as a interviewer, for their Rap Radar, podcast. He talked about beef, ghostwriting, inner peace, manifesting his dreams, amongst other things in the 2-hour interview. B, you sent it to me originally and I was like, and it came out about 2 weeks ago? I think it was about 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah, about 2-3 weeks ago. And a few people hit me up like, hey, y'all gonna talk about this, y'all gonna talk about this. And by the time the fourth person said it, I was actually like, yo, Drake is not that exciting for me to get him 2.5 whole hours. I did give him 2. I didn't make it the last 30 minutes. But I did spread out over 3 days. I listened to the 2 hours, while getting back in the gym. So I listened to the podcast. So I want to get your thoughts on certain things. And, if you got any questions for me, definitely let's hash it out with this Drake shit. One of the things that Drake talked about was that he touches on all genres. Like there's no genre that's untouched. And, me, I like rapper Drake. That's pretty much the only Drake I pretty much like consistently. At this point in time, is Drake still considered a rapper to you? Because he's really kind of like a pop star at this point in time.
Nah, Drake bars niggas to fuck up. Niggas still ain't nicer than Drake. So, yeah, Drake's still a rapper. That nigga nice as fuck.
I'm saying as far as a category, as a label, should it be like Drake, rapper Drake? Or is it like pop star Drake, like you would talk about a Beyonce? Or is
he's still a rapper.
His main
genre?
That
nigga still raps. He does everything else, but at the core of him, he's still a rapper. You know what I mean? He's just multi-talented and multifaceted, but, shit, for my taste, he's a fucking rapper and that nigga can bar the fuck out of niggas and shit. And I appreciate that shit, just as much. I just like him. He's just a dope, Drake's just an incredible talent. You know what I mean? We've never seen, clearly cause the motherfucker been running shit consistently for 10 years. He just came off the fucking billboards for 460 weeks, some remarkable shit like that. That nigga's amazing. But as far as for me, what I love from Drake is his rap. So he's always going to be a rapper in my opinion. But he's definitely ascended to heights that no man has ever reached before. And I don't think we'll ever reach again, to be totally honest. But, I guess, one hand, he's still a rapper, but he's certainly a megastar. I don't even know if it's necessarily a pop star. I think he's just a megastar.
What would be the genre? Rap would be the genre you would place Drake in.
Yeah, when Drake, he's still when he dropped his album, it's still a rap album. You know what I'm saying? If there were shelves,
because I don't think Drake quite described it that way. He said, I get my R&B for my R&B fans, and then I got to do some rap for my rap fans.
But
he didn't sound like he called himself a rapper.
If you go to Best Buy and if they, I don't know if they still sell music or not, physicals, but if had it been 10 years ago and this shit was, doing what he's doing, it would have been in the rap section. It wouldn't have been in the R&B section. It wouldn't have been in the reggae section. It would have been in the rap section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I think. So he's still a rapper.
You know me, I love Drake's rapping skills. Drake can rap all day long. But just based on his perception of himself, I didn't quite get that he places himself as like a rapper. Now he definitely speaks highly, you know, of his rap skills and shit like that. And he does a whole bunch of different types of music. And it was his quote that says no genre has gone untouched by him. And he purposely goes about that. Something interesting that he said was that he doesn't, so Drake has been on the charts for 10 years. Can't nobody take that away from him. Whether I like the song or not, Drake has always had a hit. People love Drake. Drake has accomplished a lot of things, but he said he does not get credit for being Black excellence because he is light skinned, he's Canadian, he's Jewish, etc. But he identifies as a Black man. And when I thought about that shit, I was like, no, that nigga might be right, bro. Like, I never think of Drake as Black excellence.
No,
do you?
Hell yeah, he Black. That nigga Black as fuck. His daddy got a big ass, thick ass mustache and shit from Memphis. That nigga Black. He just got a white mama. But yeah, he just, I think, and it's not necessarily even like, I don't think it's the multi-cultural thing. The biracial thing. I think it's cause he's from Canada, right? Like, I think that's really where it stems from. Like, but he's still Black excellence nonetheless. But I think when he gets lost in the shuffle, it's because he's from Canada. Niggas don't really like, you can't really, you know, he's from Canada. He's not from America. So like when we think of Black excellence, it's typically from America because of, you know, obviously the perils that we had to face throughout. So
I want to play devil's advocate on that one. I want to say if Tory Lanez did something amazing, we would say, oh, Black excellence. Like we talk about Black excellence and actually use the words Black excellence on this show a lot because we love Black excellence. Now, I'm not debating that Drake is Black excellence. Drake is 100% Black excellence. I don't think we process majority of people when they see Drake doing shit say, oh, Black excellence.
Yeah.
Because, and I do think, do you agree that if Tory Lanez did some Black excellence shit, we would say Black excellence?
I mean, he did. We should give him Black excellence for getting his hairline back. But, which looks horrible. You look like a goddamn fool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we could. I mean, but Tory's like black though. Like he's not biracial. So, you know what I mean?
But he's still from your thing
I know,
that
but
he's Canadian. So that's why I went with the Tory Lanez thing.
But he's also biracial. But I think more of it is because he's from Canada. You know what I mean? Like that's but I mean, niggas know that he's biracial, but he still look Black as fuck. Like he just look like a light-skinned
I think we all think of Drake as Black.
I mean, nobody says that about Cole either. Like niggas don't say like J. Cole is, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
niggas definitely give Cole Black excellence.
Nah, they don't.
Nigga, we done call J. Cole Black excellence on here. J. Cole we've definitely say Black excellence when it comes to J. Cole.
I don't know.
Drake, I just want you to know you are Black excellence.
Goddamn right.
I thank you for bringing it to our attention because I honestly, when I think about Drake doing some shit, I think about, oh, Drake did some dope shit. But I think we've mentioned Drake and Brown and Proud and a couple times. You know, he did that shit when he was doing the God's Plan shit, you know, all of that shit. We definitely mentioned him as Brown and Proud.
Shout out to Trippie Redd. I'm sure you somewhere fucking about to commit suicide.
I'm not a Trippie Redd fan.
Yeah,
Do you think he belonged on that? So what B Hill is talking about is Trippie Redd, the teeny bopper rapper, one of the new school with red dreads, tatted up rappers that probably majority of our listeners don't know about, or know about him in a blog type of way. He was supposed to be on God's Plan and he was not on God's Plan.
No, it was supposed to be his song. Like it won't even.
It's supposed to be his song.
Like he wrote that song and gave it to him and he turned it down.
Gotcha.
Number one song for fucking 20,000 weeks.
With God's Plan, I was surprised. I think I knew, but I didn't, that God's Plan was Drake's biggest song. And And Drake has had hits. Like, Drake has hits that still play. And I'm like, wow. Like, God's Plan, which was an awesome song. That was the biggest song. Do that feel like the biggest song to you in these 10 years of Drake?
Drake got so many, man. It's just kind of hard. Like, cause I thought, like, Hotline Bling was,
I thought that was the biggest song.
Yeah, they had that shit low on the list. Like, it was like the top 10 of Drake's top 10 over the past 10 years. And that shit was like 8th. And I was like, hell nah. Like, that shit used to go. I thought that shit was at least top 3, top 4. But I don't know. He got mad bops. Like, he's just bop city.
Yeah.
That bitch bop city. Like, but that motherfucker, like, I gotta go to a Drake show. Like, I ain't been to a Drake show since he was at fucking, like, when he first came out. Like, this was fucking So Far Gone. Like, he came to Raleigh and shit. This was, damn, I'm old as fuck.
When he did the Homecoming. Was it that one?
I think so. My home.
Like, see, he did Central Homecoming.
Yeah, but he came to the club and shit. Like, that's when me and Till, I had just put my wife on to it and shit. Damn, that's a long time ago. Jeez.
So speaking of that, Drake talks about he savors that moment of when he wasn't really known and people start to listen to him and be like, who is that? He talked about like when music is personal and you feel like you kind of the only person that knows, so you try to put other people on. Like, yeah, he said he misses that moment. What was the moment that you was just like, who is Drake?
Shit, before God's Plan. So he had that comeback season. I had got comeback season. This one,
you mean before So Far Gone?
Yeah, comeback season was his first tape. So I got comeback
you
season.
said before God's Plan. That's why I was trying to make sure.
Oh, I didn't mean so. I meant to say, yeah. But comeback season was his first mixtape. When I heard that shit, I'm like, cause he had a joint with Trey. It was like, you could tell it was his first mixtape, but you could also see like that. I'm like, this motherfucker super nice. You know what I'm saying? Like his rapping shit and even with the whole singing.
How you come across it?
I don't know. One of the mixtape websites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to be on mixtape websites like hell. That's back in the day when you go to live mixtapes or Dat Piff or some shit like that.
Shout out to Dat Piff.
Or I went to the CD, or that's when niggas had fucking CDs and shit. So I don't know how the fuck I came across that shit.
LimeWire.
Nah, I ain't use LimeWire. I used to just use like the mixtape.
Hey, I made so much money off of LimeWire. Shout out to LimeWire. I was selling mad tapes.
Yeah, shout out to
CDs.
Y, because Y used to give me mad fucking music. Yeah, you and Y. Shout out to both of y'all motherfuckers actually. But Y used to send them compressed files. Like I had fucking, that shit was dope. I used to have all type of music just on the strength of that. I might have got it from Y.
Shout out to Black Star Customs, bro. We was making money at Blue Cross, bro.
I believe it.
We was making money.
Yeah,
we was making money. Every pay Friday. We would leave that shit with like $800 on a payday.
That's hard. Yeah.
Like selling CDs and shirts.
Yep. I downloaded mad music on fucking Blue Cross website. On they fucking computer.
Oh no, I didn't do that.
Yeah, it was just a straight download. Like she sent me the compressed files. Whoop, drop all that shit. You know,
hey, they put a stop to that shit too.
I believe it. Shout out to Y. It was her fault, and she was in IT. That's funny. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I know this nigga on the other side of this microphone for a very long time, and all her friends, and so fucking yeah, that shit was dope though. But like, I forgot what song it was. But then like he did comeback season and shit, and then So Far Gone just dropped. And then I was like, yo, this nigga is amazing. Like, I remember that shit. Cause like the So Far Gone, like some of that shit, leaked and shit. And I had like 7 songs and then he did the complete body of work. You know what I mean? So yeah. Shit was great. I remember cause that's when me and my lady broke up. She lived in Northern Virginia and I used to go to Northern Virginia and DC every weekend and shit. And I put her on to that shit. So yeah. Good memories.
That's dope. I think I told this story on this podcast before, but the first time I heard Drake was on like, I don't know what was the network that like Degrassi was on.
Nickelodeon.
But was it Nickelodeon?
Mm-hmm.
So it sound about right because it did sound Disney-ish because he was rapping some shit in there that Nickelodeon would like say all right to that I don't think Disney would say all right to. But I just remember like so I watch cartoons. I'll tell y'all this. I watch fucking cartoons. So this was a long time ago. And they was doing some interview with some light-skinned nigga that was on Degrassi. And I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something else. And he was in his mom's basement and they was asking him like, what else you like? They were interviewing him as a actor. And they was like, what you like to do? Blah, 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 blah. He was like, yo, like, I want to be a rapper, like, da, 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 da. And they basically got him to like spit some shit. And I'm looking down doing whatever I'm doing. This nigga got the spit. And I was like, yo, who is that? Like, this nigga saying some shit.
Oh, yeah, bro, we're raw now.
He was like, and he was younger. He was younger and he was going in. And then the next time I saw him, it was, So Far Gone.
Yeah.
It was So
Successful
Far Gone.
came out, like, I had a release, like, the leak had Successful on it with Trey Songz and shit. And I was like, yo.
Yeah.
But he had a joint with Trey Songz on Comeback Season that was crazy too. Like, that was his lead single.
Something about a girl.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I forget the name of the
shit.
shit.
I don't know. But that shit, but Successful came out. And then, like, once he started fucking with Wayne, like, you know, that was when Wayne was, you know, an inferno of fucking dope shit. And I was like, yeah, this shit is a rap. Like, that shit was great. And I remember when the niggas, like, it came out and, like, a bunch of my homeboys like, man, this nigga singing like fuck. And I'm like, shit, that shit finna go. Like, and it's crazy because one of my homeboys, shout out to Small World, wherever the fuck you at in the world, he's a very talented rapper and he also could sing like a motherfucker. And I used to like beg that nigga. I'm like, bro, you got to start singing and rapping, singing and rapping, singing and fucking rapping. I used to tell that nigga that shit all the time. And then when Drake came out, I mean, we would listen to the, damn, what's that song fucking on So Far Gone? That fucking, god damn it. That shit gonna, it
You
was
the best?
Nah, that and fuck, I forgot the name. I'm about to pull that shit up. But I remember, when that shit came out, we was at the crib, it was high as hell. And, I remember when that shit came on, he just looked at me and just shook his head. I was like, nigga, I told you, bro. Like, I fucking told you. Let me see. I'm gonna tell
Drake,
you exactly.
when they talk about Drake and the singing, rapping thing, I found it interesting that like Drake kind of credits 50 Cent and T-Pain and like Kanye. Like, I found it odd that Ja Rule didn't get no credit.
Yeah,
because Ja Rule was before all of them.
Right.
Who do you credit with the rapping singing thing? Like, who kind of, I credit Ja Rule. I feel like Ja Rule made that shit poppin'.
John CeeLo, mainly. Like, them niggas.
CeeLo Green?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But CeeLo wasn't, well.
CeeLo was definitely rapping and singing.
But
sure.
would he like be singing and then just go into a rap and then go back into the singing, kind of like they do?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. I don't know.
Damn, I'm looking at this shit. Like, I can't remember the name of the song and I don't want to play it, but that shit was hard, man. It was the fucking shit. God damn it.
That's cool. We get your point. You ain't got to stress
I'm about to put my
yourself out
headphones
about
in.
you ain't got to stress out about it. But I definitely credit.
When that nigga
Ja
talked about
Rule.
it, and he was rapping like when he lost the BlackBerry with the side scroll and give it to any rapper that I know. That nigga is fucking retarded. Like when all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Uptown with Bun B and Lil Wayne. This fucking best. This fucking goddamn So Far Gone is amazing.
Is that the classic? Is that the classic?
Hell yeah.
Cause that's if Drake has a classic, that's gonna be the classic for me. Cause you know my debate is always Nicki and Drake does not have like a classic album that everybody can agree that is a classic.
Take Care was a classic album. Take Care hard.
I really think for me it's So Far Gone and it's You Can Thank Me Later.
Take Care got some shit on it.
And then after that I like songs off the album.
Headlines. Shot for Me, fucking Over My Dead Body,
Take a shot for me.
Crew Love was hard, Take Care was hard with Rihanna, Marvin's Room was hard, Buried Alive, that Underground Kings was hard, We'll Be Fine with Birdman, this shit was hard. Make Me Proud, I'm So Proud of You with Nicki Minaj.
Make me proud.
Lord Knows with Ross, this shit got some shit on it though, for real. Hell yeah, fucking right. I'll be like, hell yeah, fuck it right. This shit's hard.
Yeah.
Like, let me go ahead and
I definitely like songs off his albums, but so Take Care is your album.
So Far Gone is my favorite, but Take Care hard though.
Okay.
Take Care is definitely a classic, as I just read them fucking shits off.
He talks about like his beefs and shit, and he talks about like making up with Meek and making up with Chris, and making up with these other people, but he has a high disdain for Pusha T and Kanye West.
He wants to fight them niggas.
He do want to fight them niggas. He wasn't even.
He really want to fight. He really still has some admiration for Kanye. You can still see, and I appreciate
as an
him.
Artist, yes.
Showing because he said that was one of his biggest influences, and I appreciate that. He was like, he's still one of my favorite artists, but he was just like Pusha though. He's just like, you could tell he want to get that nigga he want to shoot the ones with that nigga for sure.
I feel like it was the other way around, dog. Like I feel like both of them. I feel like it was both of them for real. Like. He just like, I done told y'all Kanye artist wise is that guy. But ain't shit I can do for you, bro. Like, I don't fuck with you and I don't fuck with him. And I feel like Kanye recruited Pusha T.
Yeah.
He feel like Kanye recruited Pusha T to do Kanye's dirty work.
Yeah.
That's the way he feels. And this nigga said, you know, Drake the kind of nigga too, like, he might give it to you in like a little politically correct way. Like, you know, you never know what the future might hold, blah, blah, blah. Nah, when it got to them two niggas, he was like, I don't fuck with them niggas. Like, I fuck with Kanye as far as his music. He's still one of the greats. He inspired me, which is big because you can't take that shit away. You can appreciate what somebody do and not like them. We've learned that from social media and things like that. There are artists that we appreciate the work that they did, but we don't fuck with them. Like, we don't fuck with them no more. So I can only imagine what that shit like, on a personal level. I would love to know the real origin to why him and Diddy didn't like each other. We kind of know the origin of, or loosely know the origin of a lot of his other beefs. But he said, you know, he don't feel like Pusha outbarred him.
Yeah, damn lie.
He decided to stop. The funniest thing to me was, I didn't know if the baby was mine because the truck hit a bump and the damn paternity test got messed up. I was like, okay, like that still though. You could have just been like, look, I had a baby. That was my business. I really didn't want to drop that. But you can tell like that is like, in him, like he's upset about that shit.
Yeah, he lost.
He definitely lost. He definitely lost. What do you think about the ghostwriting allegations and how he handled that?
I think he did. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. You know what I mean? Like,
he kind of sound like everybody do it. So why y'all mad at me? Cause I do it.
Yeah, but he also basically didn't say, he basically said that he writes like all his shit. He was like, he just grabbed a hook from a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, and I've wrote.
He said we collaborated and we worked on like 4 songs together.
Mm-hmm. But
didn't necessarily say
he raps though. Like, as far as him rapping, ain't nobody writing them raps. Like, and I've said that a million times and I'll stand to the test. He just going to tell me otherwise, and he basically spoke to that. It was like, I be rapping the fuck out of shit and niggas nobody can outbar me. You know what I'm saying? Which, I mean, he can obviously push it in terms of battles, but, yeah, I mean, but he doesn't lend his pen to a million motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And, you know.
Yeah. I feel like
produce hits for himself and
I
others.
feel like the Pusha shit, like, if you're a rap person, you're a rap person, you just like, okay, Drake took the L. It was just kind of disappointing because he bowed out versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, this happened. But I feel like in the grand scheme of things, like, it didn't bother fans.
Nah, he dropped the album the next week.
Fans at all.
He dropped the 2 disc album 2 days later and had the #1 fucking song in the world with Kiki. So everything worked out.
Yeah, it worked out for him. So, like, overall, what was there any more takeaways from that Rap Radar interview? I thought it was interesting that he said Serena put the battery in his back for back to back. I thought that was an interesting little tidbit, and I didn't even know that him and Serena were like a couple. Like, I thought they was just kind of seeing each other, but the way he stated, he was like, "Oh, I was with Serena back then." So I was like, "Oh, they was in like a relationship."
Yeah, that's why him and Common was beefing.
Yeah, but I thought she was just another bitch Drake was fucking. I don't know, like, who Drake's actually been in a relationship with, because everything Drake has been in has been very short-lived. It's not like he's had a girlfriend he's been with for years. Like, him and Serena was together for some months. Him and Rihanna was together for some months. So I always took it as like casual type things, like we fucking, but I didn't know they was like in a relationship. I knew Common and Serena was in like a relationship. I didn't know that. But anything else you pull from the interview
Nah,
that
the
listeners want to know?
Nah, I wish I had a chef that can make me wine.
Make wine, yeah. Making wine is hilarious. Okay. Well, Drake interview 2.5 hours on Rap Radar is lit as shit.
I fuck with it. That shit was a great interview.
I think, I think it was cool. I'll give it lit. I don't have 2.5 hours for Drake anymore, but it's not many people I have 2.5 hours for, like a straight up interview, but I'll give it lit,
Yeah, shout out to B-Dot and Elliot, man. Them niggas, like, they did a really good job. They asked really good questions, as they always do. Rap Radar is one of my favorite podcasts.
Because they are hip hop, especially B-Dot. Like, B-Dot can say your song, the verse, where it landed, the beat, and everything. And I was like, yo, that shit crazy. Yeah, I love B-Dot as an interviewer.
I like Elliot too. Elliot asks those questions too. Like they're
shout out to Elliot for not laughing as much.
Yeah, they do a really good job. They got a great podcast, especially like for, hip hop enthusiasts who love like the story behind the music and shit. Like they kind of like, like a VH1 behind the music. So I fuck with them. They've done a lot, real nigga shit. Like, they've done a lot of the best interviews. Like the Will Smith interview was incredibly dope. The Hove interview was incredibly dope. Now this Drake one was incredibly dope. The shit, Big Homeboy, the D-Rock, the nigga that went to jail for him when they got smashed, like when he died and was with him when he died and shit. That was a really good interview. Like, them niggas got some really good interviews, yo. Like, Cameron interview was great.
I used to listen to Rap Radar a lot more before it became on Tidal. But they've always given really good. Yeah,
they got some top tier shit.
I think that B-Dot and Elliot interviews are better than Elliot by himself Crown interviews.
I agree.
Cause he be like super fanboy in the Crown shit. Like, you're so great. Whoever you are sitting in front of me. Like, that's so dope. But I think B-Dot pull the best. They're a good tag team. Like, I think B-Dot pulls good shit out of, Elliot. So shout out to them. Boosie. Your boy Boosie Badass got into it with the Kappas.
Love that nigga. Protect Boosie at all costs.
Kappas were outraged after Lil Boosie, wore a shirt with the fraternity letters. Kappa Alpha Psi, Black Fraternity, one of the 9. And Boosie was caught heat when he showed up at NBA game rocking the red and white sweatshirt bearing the letters of the historically Black Greek organization Kappa Alpha Psi. And he was sitting in the front row with his diamond chains, which were covering up most of the letters, holding alcohol, which if you are in a fraternity, you know that is, Black fraternity. You do not drink alcohol in your letters.
What? They have mad Kappa parties. Like, I don't see mad drunk Kappas and fucking sorority people.
But you're not supposed to be like out in public, like photographed with your shit. You're not supposed to. Niggas do the shit. Like even homecoming and shit, like niggas be turning up. But that's like if you out and shit, you're out and shit. You're not supposed to be photographed with alcohol.
Nigga, I done seen Q-Dolls and Kappas and all type of niggas fighting all type of shit.
I'm telling you, that's what they do, but that's not what you're supposed to do.
Gotcha.
If you're not a skater in a Greek organization, you're not supposed to do that. Now, they do it, but you're not supposed to do that. But Boosie took selfies, dapped up James Harden and all that, but after posting the shit on Instagram, the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi demanded that he take the shit down. Boosie committed the offense just days after their actual Founders Day, which is crazy timing. Initially, Boosie refused to admit that he committed any type of offense. He claimed he grabbed the shit from the mall because he thought the shit was fresh and he giving them niggas some shine, and to leave him alone. But as details continue to spill out for those who don't know Boosie's origin, like myself, Boosie's brother is allegedly a Kappa. So you should know a little bit about this. Boosie eventually changed his tune, after he realized that the Kappas do their signature shimmy off Wipe Me Down. Anybody who's been to a black college or been to a black frat party knows that Wipe Me Down is they shit. Kappas are known as the pretty boys. And they do that type of shit all the time. Then Boosie said that he would, if the Kappas teach him how to do the shimmy, then he would let a winning group perform and give him like $6,000 or whatever to teach him how to do the shimmy. What are your thoughts on this? As a person who didn't go to like college or like a historically black college, but you've been around a lot of historically black colleges and people who went to historically black colleges, how do you feel about that? Like, is it disrespectful or do you feel like it's like an easy mistake?
I mean, it's definitely an easy mistake. I mean, you know, if, they just got the shit in the fucking mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to, you should be able to fucking show a membership when you buy the shirt if it's like off limits like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't just be so accessible, like to the untrained eye, like a motherfucker who is not of the culture or, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody that's white or fucking or Mexican or anybody of any other nationality could enjoy the shirt and just decide to buy it. Like, you know what I mean? It should, if it's going to be that privatized and proprietary, then I think you should have some regulations beside it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just willingly go buy a fucking Kappa shirt if it's that fucking distinctive, in my opinion, or any other sorority for that matter. But, I guess it was an honest mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, Boosie is, he wears all type of shit. That's the outfit king. Like, that bitch will have all type, nigga will have all type of shit on. So I'm pretty certain that he just saw the shit, didn't really give a damn or realize that it was even a Kappa shirt and just put that motherfucker on and kept it hot. You know what I'm saying? So, the flack that he received, I guess, you know, I mean, it's warranted from one side, but at the same time, y'all niggas stepped to this man's song. So y'all owe him something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be an honorary Kappa just on the strength of the fact that, like, y'all niggas, that's y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get loose to that shit. So, I mean, it is what it is. It was great promotion for both fucking, entities. Shout out to the Kappas. I know several of them, that are my homeboys that didn't give a fuck and thought that shit was great. And then I fuck with Boosie. So, you know, I guess it was a win-win for both them niggas.
Well, I highly disagree. I feel like Boosie know enough. Boosie has performed at a plethora of homecomings over his tenure. Boosie is an artist that's always booked at a homecoming at a historically black college. I think Boosie just didn't give a fuck. Like, he might not have knew how deep it was, but I feel like he just didn't give a fuck. Like, Boosie don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. Boosie always saying some dumb shit to me. I like Boosie's music. As a person, I could really care less about Boosie. He always got something ignorant to say. Like, he's willfully ignorant about a lot of shit. Like, he turned me off when it's everybody else's fault but the person who doing some shit. It was the pilot fault that Juice WRLD killed himself. Like, I feel like Boosie got the shit. He just didn't give a fuck about the shit. And I feel like you should respect people's shit. If it's an honor mistake and you got the shit and you thought it was just some fresh shit, like you said, and they say his brother Kappa. I don't know if his brother is a Kappa or not a Kappa, but what I know,
his brother's a Kappa.
Okay. So if your brother a Kappa, you should know a little bit of something.
Not necessarily.
About it. You should have went to his rollouts. You done seen your brother wearing his shit. You should know some shit. Now, as a person who went to a historically black college, as a person who has a lot of friends who are members of fraternities and sororities, and there are people who like went through shit just to wear that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just like Post Malone coming up here with a whole Black Panther outfit on. And you just like, well, that shit was in the store. Can you buy the shit? Like, why he can't wear the shit? Like, it's easy to make a mistake, but after you're called out about some shit, I feel like the ignorant part comes in when you don't respect people's shit. Ain't Boosie like in a gang or he exhibit like he about gang culture?
Nah, he's not.
That's like you going in fucking wearing all blue, crip walking and throwing up gang signs. It'd be like, I mean, everybody should wear that shit.
Well, I mean, but also niggas was threatening him. So like, if motherfuckers threatening you, gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Don't kill me. Like, nah, nigga, fuck you, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't gonna do shit. The fuck. And then,
and take the same situation. If it was the motherfucking Bloods or the Crips rolled up on him because he wore some shit like that, you think his response would be the same?
Yeah. Boosie Shell, man. Listen. Boosie is a whole gangster from fucking Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you've never been to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and seen a whole gangster from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they're a little different than any other any other gangster that you've ever seen. I'm from there. I got a lot of family. My fucking brother-in-law is his first cousin. That nigga's a whole goddamn gangster. Happy birthday, Harold. And all the niggas that he run with is a whole fucking gangster. So, yeah, I know how that nigga rock. That nigga is bad. Like, Boosie badass. That nigga done murdered niggas. He done got off. He done beat cancer. All type of shit. Like, the nigga's a whole gangster. So when the nigga say, threaten him with some shit, he gon' see about it. Trust me. Like, I know for firsthand accounts that I won't, say on the podcast, obviously.
He gonna do what? He gonna kill all the Kappas?
Nah, but I'm just saying, if a motherfucker threaten him, what you think a nigga gonna do? Like, motherfucker be like, yeah, they gonna see about you.
The internet threaten you. Like,
yeah, and he got on the internet and responded. Like, what the fuck?
But I'm saying, what can he, like, you got,
respond to
like
a fucking threat.
You said you had motherfuckers that was hype about it. And then you had motherfuckers that didn't like the shit, which encompasses the internet. You got some people that like shit and you got people that don't like shit. But once somebody told you the history, like, your brother should have been the main person.
So that's when he apologized.
Bro, this what it is. The way I took the shit is the only reason he apologized is because he know that the Kappas have been making Wipe Me Down get streams since forever.
That's not it. That's not why he apologized, because he was like, I'm sorry for what I did, but he was like, when I researched it, said I looked at all the videos and y'all niggas is dancing to my music. So he was like, so, I'm gonna show love because my brother wanted
his brother has never told him that the Kappas dance to your music, brother. Brother, we dance to your music? He don't know none of that. He don't know none of that.
All I'm telling you is what the nigga said on his live. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't really go with the backstory of all that shit, but what I'm telling you is what the nigga said on his live. And he wasn't saying, like, from what I gathered, the nigga didn't say like, oh, I'm so sorry, I made an egregious mistake or some shit like that. So now let me, and now I realize that y'all dancing to my music, some shit. Nah, he was like, yo, my bad. I ain't know what, the shit behind it, but you know what I'm saying? He was like, but at the same time, y'all niggas is fucking dancing all my goddamn music. So like, we even, you know what I'm saying? He was like, so to make it right, I'm gonna have, we do a contest and the best niggas that do the shit to my, do the shimmies can come to the Boosie Bash and I'm gonna give y'all niggas 5 bands. Or 6 bands.
And then he up there doing the shimmy, which is their step. He throwing up like they signs.
He didn't throw up the sign. His brother told him not to throw the sign up.
He threw up the sign.
His brother said, don't throw the sign. He was like, oh, I can't throw the sign up, y'all. What y'all, a gang? Like, this shit was funny. So that shit was funny. But yeah, I mean, his brother's teaching him he was like, teach me how to do the shimmy, dog. And his brother's teaching him how to do the shit. So. Motherfuckers be making.
I just feel like you gotta have respect. Like, it's a difference between making a mistake, but once you're educated, like, you just gotta respect people.
And he did. Man. That's the whole point.
I still don't think he respected shit.
How? When he apologized and said, I'm gonna bring the best for him. He didn't apologize. Yes, he did. Like, you can't tell me. I watched the shit. I watched the shit live. You can't tell me that he didn't. I watched the
post. I watched the post.
No, I watched the entire live.
Watch me. Y'all dance to Wipe Me Down. Oh, okay. My bad. I ain't know y'all danced to Wipe Me Down. I felt like, oh, y'all niggas danced to Wipe Me Down. My bad. That's what I took from it. But you say you watched the whole thing. So you saying like you feel like he did his just due and everybody should be cool with it. And if the Kappas or any fraternity or sorority or any organization or any group, if y'all don't want y'all shit sold to anybody, make it more exclusive.
Correct.
Got you. I feel you know better, you do better. Once you're educated about some shit, don't do some shit. Like, period. Once you saw all the shit, just be like, yo, I ain't even know.
He did.
Like, it's appropriation. It's, you thought the shit was fresh. I listen, B, like, I feel you. I hear what you saying, but I fail to believe that this nigga ain't never seen them letters before in his life. I just really, I
mean, he could see him. He may not have known how deep it goes. Like, that nigga got out of high school. He dropped out of high school when he was fucking in 10th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that nigga was in a whole nother wave, my nigga. That nigga was selling dope and rapping. Like, yeah, he got brothers and shit, but them niggas went a completely different way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
I just feel like, you know, you might be a whole gangster, or you might be whatever. At the end of the day, you still smart enough to be a businessman. Boosie out here, he's a business. He makes money. He does these things. Like,
But he probably just didn't know it was as deep as it was. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure he's seen the shit clearly, but he probably just didn't know, like, oh, this shit is off limits. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know it was that serious. Like,
but Boosie did have fake Jordan, though.
Yeah, I mean, he from, like, them niggas is country as fuck. Like, Louisiana niggas is country as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's very, very possible that nigga just did not know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you think you would have joined a frat if you went to college?
Nah, I doubt it.
Nah,
I ain't really with no gangs or organizations and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
I wanted to be in a sorority all growing up. I grew up by Howard. I love shit like, you know, all the Greek organizations started at Howard. Growing up in DC, like 2 blocks away from Howard, I always wanted to be in an organization. And then when I got to college, I actually started the process of being in an organization. I was underground. And then once I got to like the root of the shit and start seeing like the behind the scenes shit, I was like, nah, I said, this shit ain't for me. This ain't for me. But I have a lot of, Greek friends, shout out especially to my Deltas and my AKAs and, you know, those guys, you know, but I just say, it ain't for me. I was like, this ain't for me. What I thought I wanted, I definitely didn't want it. I wasn't willing to do what it took to join them organizations. And see, that's where the fervor come from. And that's where the people who like, nigga, I don't know if y'all really know what some people do to get these fucking letters and to be in these fucking organizations. But I would be high as a 45 too if a nigga didn't do shit, got my shit on. Like, I would definitely be hot about that shit. Now, it's some people who don't give a fuck, and you know, a lot of those people didn't do shit but pay a fee to get in a organization anyway. Call those skaters. So, you know, I think that when it started coming out, you could probably see who the skaters were and who went across those sands and endured the breakdown in order to get in those organizations. Cause those motherfuckers who went through shit to get into them organizations, they don't appreciate that shit at all. And they really don't fuck with the skaters either. So y'all all in the same gang and y'all don't really fuck with each other because of the way you got in the organization. But, Boosie wearing the Kappa shit is litter shit.
It's lit.
Oh, I'm giving that a shit. Respect people shit. Last but not least, Trick Daddy, was arrested on a DUI and cocaine possession charges, this weekend, Saturday. According to the police, Miami-Dade officer responded to a report of a driver hitting signs and running red lights in a dark colored Range Rover. When the officer approached the driver's side, he saw that the rapper appeared to be asleep behind the wheel. When the mugshot surfaced on social media, you know, social media had a field day in regards to Trick's hairline. Trick suffers from lupus and stated that he uses weed and coke to medicate himself. Because he does not like lupus meds. Lupus, for y'all who don't know, is an autoimmune disease, and it has a varying symptoms, including hair loss. Trick revealed that back in 2009 that he had the disease and had it 10 years prior to that. He said that I'm the type of person I came so far from a struggle that it does not matter to me. I learned to turn my downsides into jokes when he was talking about battling with lupus. The interesting statement from that for me is he said, my mama had 11 children from 10 men. And if she's strong enough to live with that, I know I can live with this. Odd correlation to me. But in response to social media kind of going in on his hairline and shit, he said, yeah, we basically make fun of him, because he had lupus. And all of this is for jokes and likes. He said, thanks God I'm strong and shit is funny until it hits home. My feelings don't hurt easily. I'm too worried about waking up tomorrow. What do you think of this story? And what do you think of his medication choices?
Well, Trick's nuts. He always been smoking dirty blunts. I mean, he been
that
saying
is
that
true
shit from Thug.com, which is a great album. I fought with Trick for a long time. That's my nigga. But bruh say all type of crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? But he said, I mean, he makes no qualms about him smoking dirties and shit, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you gotta do to cope, do it. You know what I mean? Like, if that shit makes you feel better than the fucking lupus medications, cause I know that they be prescribing people with oxys and perks and putting all type of, cause apparently it has like, you know, it causes good deals of pain and shit like that and all that. So, if weed and cocaine helps you more and you feel better off that, then more power to you, because it's no different from a fucking, you know, oxy or a fucking Percocet or whatever the fuck they want to give you. So, all addictive nonetheless. So whatever works for you, if that's how you cope and medicate, then shout out to you for doing that. If that's what makes you feel better. But yeah, I mean, it shit fucked up because niggas ain't post that, but he also just opened up a restaurant in Miami that's apparently doing really well. So I want to shout him out for that, you know, cause I think it's called Sunday dinner or Sunday, I don't know, something like that. But, apparently it's doing really well and nobody wants to give him that credit. So, you know, the shit was funny cause the nigga looked crazy, but yeah, that shit fucked up. I don't know what his hair was doing. He had mad shit going on.
Listen, I think that, you know, what your medication choices are your medication choices. Obviously, your medication choices ain't kind of working in your favor when you getting in trouble for shit like this because of your medication choices.
Shit, I mean, if he was on some perks, then, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they prescribed him perks and he fell asleep at the wheel, you know, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, if you're on any type of medications, prescribed or self-prescribed, you need to know what the consequences are of those medications. So therefore, you should not be driving and drinking while on your preferred or not preferred medication. I kind of feel like Trick is deflecting. His hairline was wild. I had a good laugh at his hairline. Not because his hair is falling out. Why don't you have a fucking haircut? Lupus ain't make your shit make you not fucking go get a haircut.
That nigga look crazy.
That nigga look crazy.
The front was like dye and shit. Like it was a beige shit. And then like,
it was.
I don't know. That shit look wild.
That shit was super thick. So like his real hair was super fucking thick. Like, why did you think this Beijing was gonna look like the shit that was behind that?
I don't know, bro. That shit look crazy.
That shit looked like that shit looked like the top of Texas, bro. That shit looked like the northern part of Texas. That shit was crazy. And I think you try to get some sympathy points cause you got lupus. Do you feel like people, is people too sensitive? This go back to the ongoing conversation we have about jokes and people making jokes. I personally feel like Trick is kind of deflecting from what happened. Be like, oh, y'all talking about my hairline and I got lupus. When lupus didn't make you put that Beijing on, lupus did not make you not have a haircut. Like, period. You could have just cut your hair.
I mean, shit, niggas like be having, you don't get a haircut every day, so you might have just got caught sleeping. Nigga just won't out here with a haircut.
Nah, nigga, you saw how thick that shit was. That wasn't I didn't go this week.
Yeah, I don't
that
know
shit looked like I ain't had a haircut in a couple weeks. That shit was like Esther roll thick, where the hair actually was.
That shit sucks. I don't know why that shit was like that.
Do you think he should be exempt from the jokes, or anyone really exempt from the jokes because you have a perceived disadvantage? Like you got lupus or you transgender or whatever, people feel like they're exempt from all jokes because of this one facet of their night.
Nah, you can get jokes because, I mean, if he was my friend, I'm gonna joke on his ass. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
if you was in my family, you gonna catch these jokes, bro. Like, you gonna catch these jokes. Ain't nobody like, look at you, you sick from lupus. Niggas like, why the fuck you had that Beijing on and then had no haircut? That ain't got nothing to do with it. Like if he had a haircut and shit, but you could still see like perceived bald spots and shit, like that's a different type of conversation. Like, yeah, the nigga got lupus, so he gonna have like bald spots, not the esterol with the Beijing, bro. Like, hey, that shit gave me a good hoop, and I do not feel bad about it at all. Oh, about that shit, but Trick, he gotta take care of himself, bro. I don't know how the difference between, cocaine playing on your lupus or prescribed medication playing on your lupus. I just know one illegal and one ain't. And don't block your blessings because, you choose to go other places. I know him, Trick and Trina, just got morning show on Miami's 99 Jams.
Yeah, I heard they're doing well too.
Yeah, I heard something about, this could possibly cost him his job.
Why?
At 99 Jams. Motherfuckers have morals clauses. And they shit.
That's Trick Daddy. That nigga been talking about smoking dirty the entire time he's been out. So like you already know who you getting into bed with. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we will hope. But niggas do shit to get jobs. Like, I ain't doing that no more. Whatever. Cause it could be another situation where, you got arrested or whatever. And the thing about it is, regardless of what you doing, if niggas feel like you not dependable and you might not be showing up to work, they can definitely cancel your contract out here. Have you listened to the Trick and Trina?
Nah.
I'm interested. I'll probably take a gander once I start back work and start listening to morning shows and shit like that again. That should be interesting. I just hope you get whatever type of help you need, cause he looked bad. He been looking bad for a very long time. And like I said, I don't know if that's from the drinking and the drugging or it's actually from the lupus, because I actually did some, kind of research on lupus, to see, what was going on and shit. I know a couple people, like two people when I say a couple, that have lupus, but kind of lupus is one of them things. If you, kind of do what you're supposed to do and treat yourself right, it'll be like in remission. It won't be, causing you day-to-day problems. And I'm sure there are different variant of cases, severity of issues that go on with lupus. But Trick, I just say, take care of yourself. Trick getting arrested for DUI and cocaine possession and having a crazy hairline is litter shit.
That's fucked up, man. Free Trick. I'm sure he's already free though, but free Trick anyway.
That shit, Trick, take care of yourself so you won't get yourself in these situations. I'm not a free my nigga type person unless I feel like they should be free, but take care of yourself. Like, that's where I be landing with shit. Like, take care of your health, because no matter how many of these blessings you got, they can be easily taken away. Trick got a morning show. Trick has a restaurant. B Hill said Trick is also on Love and Hip Hop. So the world is getting their fill of Trick. You know what I'm saying? Kind of resurfacing in the mainstream back again like he was, back in the day. So Trick, take care of yourself. You ready to give somebody some advice?
Sure.
All right. We about to get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to listeners who clearly don't care about taking advice from beer drinkers and Jack and Ginger drinkers. Today we have a letter from a former Kelly fan named Chris. That's how he signed his name. It says, Fresh and B, help me settle some beef in my house. As we know, there are music artists that we have canceled for various reasons. I am not one to cancel people just because everyone else does. I cancel individuals based on my own feelings and if I want to associate myself with their art. I've heard Fresh vehemently denounce Kanye West, and B has a few caveats about what he will and will not support from that artist. I think both of you are in agreement that R. Kelly is totally fucking canceled. The debate currently in my house is, can you listen to features? I was listening to Fiesta by Jay-Z featuring R. Kelly. I was jamming so hard, I didn't think about R. Kelly at all as a person. My wife came in and said, nah, we don't support pedophilia in our house, and turned the song off. R. Kelly has written and featured on so many songs. How do you feel about listening to songs that R. Kelly is featured on and or wrote? Is that hypocritical? From a former Kelly fan named Chris.
Chris, I struggle. I'm with you. I am your friend, and I also find it very difficult because I heard Fiesta myself on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And I was feeling nice and groovy, and I was at a fiesta. Okay. So I was at a New Year's Eve fiesta, and I was rocking, and I didn't give a fuck at that particular time. So I'll say, with a clear conscience and a clear mind, it would be very difficult for me to listen to that. However, if I'm at a party and I am in the wind, as the old folks say, I'm going to party. And fiesta still goes. And I enjoyed it. And I heard like Hotel. It was like a little fucking R. Kelly mix. That shit was fucking jamming on the motherfucking one. So
wait, they had an R. Kelly mix?
It was just like, it came in like, it was just like on Pandora type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and that shit was jamming. I'm gonna be honest. Like Fiesta came on.
I was like, you crazy. They had a whole R. Kelly mix at the party.
But shit, I mean, like, if he ain't, like, I guess, cause if he ain't singing about like his personal shit, cause all his personal shit was about like fucking little girls.
Yeah, facts.
But like, if he talking about Fiesta and shit, and like, we just gonna rock out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing it, but if it's somewhere I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, can you cut it off? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that guy.
Right.
But I too struggle with you. You know what I'm saying? And even still, like, it's very hard to listen. It's very hard to cut off fucking, any fucking R. Kelly song. Just keep it bad with you. Like,
no, super fast,
it's extremely difficult. But like, you know, you just gotta boom. You can't let yourself, you know, fall victim to it, cause it's like fucking the devil's music. It'll take you over.
No,
and
that's
goddamn,
true.
you know what I'm saying? That's how the devil win. You know, them devil's music. That shit is it. But fiestas and partying and shit, you can, I give you a pass, because I myself have taken a pass and said fuck it, and I was having a goddamn good time, and it was a great soundtrack for that evening. So, cause I was at a New Year's Eve fiesta, and it's all for ladies. And that was Hotel and shit. That shit was a joke. So
R. Kelly definitely had some features, bro. Like, when I was reading this and I thought about Fiesta, and I was like, fuck, like, through this whole time,
that shit was,
I didn't think about the fact that,
and the Fiesta remix, nigga. Yes side,
but
left
listen,
side, Fiesta. Come on,
Kelly, listen, Hov and R. Kelly has 2 whole albums together.
Yeah.
With hit songs.
Best of both worlds. Oh, nigga, what?
Oh, yeah, fire. Denzel definitely couldn't sing as good as that, bro.
Fire.
You know, I can't say that. I remember being at a party maybe a few weeks back, probably in November, and the DJ played a R. Kelly song, and it was a feature, and I, you know, kind of like you, like I was jamming too, and then I thought about it and I just stopped. I was like, fuck. And then like I'm looking around the room and like everybody kind of looking at the DJ like, fuck you doing? And then the DJ caught the vibe and went into some other shit. But it is a question, because R. Kelly, like, you ain't about to tell nobody cut that shit off, especially if they shit. But you know, R. Kelly did write a lot of songs. Yeah, R. Kelly did a lot of features. Like, one of my favorite R. Kelly songs is "Feeling on Your Booty." Like, "Feeling on Your Booty" is my. R. Kelly has plenty of songs, and it's sad because we've talked about this. You got a nigga who was talented, but his talent was fueled by his demons. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy. Versus, you know, again, you know, like with the whole Kanye West type shit. If you wanted to kind of separate the art from the artist, I can see that. You know what I mean? Like, I can see that. Kanye was pro-black at a certain point in time. You know what I'm saying? But Kanye has went through different phases of who Kanye is, you know, from the backpack rapper to the Louis Vuitton Don to this cult leader. You know what I'm saying? To this racist cult leader. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit different. Like, people on both sides of the Kanye West shit. Most people just like, nah, I don't fuck with Kanye, but yeah, I still listen to his music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know my stance. I be like, I really don't, want to support somebody who like don't support his own people. Like, you ain't even about to be the most political person, but when you go out of your way to say dumb shit, I can't support that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's motherfucking artists, even like with the Drake Rap Radar interview, like Drake, like, yeah, I know, like, I'm not the most political guy and like all this shit. I can kind of deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with that. You ain't got to be a political guy, but when you go out of your way to be a political guy, but like in a way that doesn't support your own people, like that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a problem. So like I don't want to fuel the Kanye empire with my stream. And that's my choice. I don't look down on nobody who choose to support a Kanye West. I do side eye the motherfuckers who choose to support R. Kelly. I ain't gonna even lie. Like like niggas who like, fuck that shit, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like his music is fueled by the demons.
Yeah, I can't fuck with that. Like all that, seems like you're ready and shit like that. That shit it just hit different.
It make you cringe.
It just hit
make
different.
you cringe.
It
make you cringe thinking about it. And like with this new, like, season 2 of R. Kelly and like these stories that have come out, like I'm already convinced, like y'all people who want to believe R. Kelly, you're a different type of individual. But for y'all to be like, these women are lying and they sitting there like telling their stories, and you can see when some shit hurt a person to their core. Mm-hmm. And like like the tears, like I'm just like, oh the fuck, like I can't even listen. You had motherfucking kid orgies. You had an orgy with 13 and 14-year-olds all fucking each other and fucking you. Like that's just some different type shit. Yeah, I feel like even pedophiles looking at the R. Kelly shit like that nigga was different.
Yeah, like, you a super petty.
Yeah. You
the pedophile that you got to beat at the end of the game.
Listen,
become a pedophile.
Right.
You're like King Cooper.
God, hey, you the King Cooper of pedophiles. You gotta battle R. Kelly to beat the game.
Goro,
that's some
nigga.
Crazy shit. He was fucking King Cooper, bruh. But as far as like, you know, kind of like your question in the house, I feel like, you know, it's both y'all house. And maybe, you know, B can attest to this, but I do feel like happy life, you know, happy wife, happy life. So if you gotta listen to that shit, if you really like, if you in your headphones and shit and you want to listen to the R. Kelly feature, I say you kind of do it that way. But you man, don't subject, you know, the whole environment to what you want to listen to, unless you kind of like at a party or some shit where you don't have like no control over it. But I feel your wife saying, you know, we don't support pedophiles, but also R. Kelly has written some hits like You Are Not Alone, which
bump, bump.
He wrote that for bump, Gigolo.
Fuck yeah.
Gigolo.
Cool, I don't really give a shit about that. But Hotel. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? That shit.
You done wrote shit for some of your favorite artists, so you know I feel like that's just a personal choice. That's different than you listening to Black Panties, which is one of my favorite R. Kelly albums. 12 Play, one of my favorite R. Kelly albums. Like fucking TP2, one of my favorite R. Kelly albums.
One of the greatest albums of all time.
I cannot go in and just be like, yo, I'm about to listen to this TP2. You know how much sex I done had to TP2? I can't do that no more. Like, I can't do none of that anymore. Like to that. So it's like your personal feelings, man. My final advice is, you know, it's a process. This man has touched so much work that I feel like facts. I feel like you just gotta kind of make a stance on a case by case basis. Cause when the shit come on, I'm with you. I be grooving and then it hits me. Shit. And then I kind of turn down for a minute. You know what I'm saying? What's your final advice to a former fan of Kelly named Chris?
Yeah, just get some headphones. Just don't play that shit loud, my nigga. Just get you some AirPods and, you know, do what you do. I can't tell you what your right is. You know what I'm saying? But I felt your pain. Like I said, on New Year's Eve, cause I was jamming. I was at a hood party and it was rocking. And Fiesta came on.
You can't lie and say the shits don't rock, man. You can't take that away from Kelly.
That shit was a nostalgia moment, cause I remember when that shit came out and I was in that motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and do your thing.
Yeah.
Enjoy it how you want to. I can't tell you what your right is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's a lot of talented people doing wrong out here. You know what I mean? That don't exempt them from being
For
human.
ladies. That shit's so hard, man. God damn. Fuck you, man.
R. Kelly got more hits than not.
Nasty, man.
You know what I'm saying? He got more hits than not. So that's something you probably gonna have to tackle like for the rest of your life, pretty much. As long as you
Did you see Cassidy
music.
making beats? Speaking of hotel, did you see that shit?
When would I have seen that?
Because it's on. Never mind. Don't worry about it. That shit was fucking hilarious. Just do Cassidy making beats. That shit is the fucking wildest, trashest shit, and that nigga's going crazy.
Where was Cassidy? What was he on?
I mean, it's on Shade Room Instagram, you know, shit like that.
Oh, I ain't seen nothing about
that shit
Cassidy,
hilarious.
period. I saw Cassidy, I saw a picture of Cassidy. He was looking bad.
Yeah, and he raps horribly. Like, he's the worst battle rapper.
You didn't like Cassidy as a rapper?
I'm talking about now.
Oh, now. Oh, I ain't heard no new Cassidy. How do you get bad no, let me take that back because some people have. All right, I stand corrected. People have been good and been not so good. You know what I mean? So
just do if you out there, go to Shade Room or go to Cassidy making beats or go like somewhere on Facebook. That shit is the most funny shit. Like, he going crazy, like he making the hardest shit in the world and like going nuts.
And that shit poop de jour, huh?
That shit is fucking ridiculous. And like, it's funny because that nigga say like, motherfuckers is crazy. Nigga say he got like, cause he smoking a blunt in both, like it's two different videos. And he got two different outfits on, but niggas was like, he smoking the same blunt from the other video. Nigga said nigga just went to change clothes, but it's the same blunt and the same trash ass beat. That shit is hilarious, man. Please watch that shit. That shit is good.
Yeah, I watch Cassidy. I feel bad that Cassidy can't rap no more, bro. That makes me feel bad because I like Cassidy. But like I said, last time I saw him, he was looking super bad. But if y'all want some advice from the two experts in 2020, we still giving out advice. Dr. Bill, Silent H, I'm fluid with it now.
Finally.
Dr. Fresh, hit us up at the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com, and that's the X where the I would be, and your letter may get read on the show. You ready to wrap this baby up with some free smoke?
Yeah, let's get it.
Free smoke is where we talk about any hot button issues, personal topics, anything. It could be from politics to petty. Today's topic is catch-up combos. We've been away and it's just things that have come up in the course of the few weeks that we've been gone. I was just like, hey, B, let's just talk about any debates, discussions, or any thoughts that you've had since we haven't been able to talk to you guys. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'm going to let you go first because a lot of my shit, like, I kind of ran through it. Like, I was talking about dress mode shit. I was going to bring that up, but it came about when you asked me about some shit. We did watch the Kevin Hart shit. Did you watch the Kevin Hart shit?
Have not. Want to watch that. How was that?
I enjoed it.
I want to watch it, though. I forgot about it.
It was well done. I enjoyed it. It's on Netflix for those who haven't. It's a 6-part, like, little docu-series and shit. So it chronicles.
It's 6 parts. Yeah. I thought it was like an hour and a half little shit.
It's like,
okay, something I gotta make time for it.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 to 45 minutes, or maybe an hour. I can't remember, but it's really dope. So like it goes through. What the fuck did it go through? It goes through.
What you learn?
It goes through like the cheating shit with him and his old lady, and then the process of him doing that. And then like how he got about, and then even his homeboy was the one who set him up. You know what I mean? Like he set himself up because he fucking, had sex outside of his marriage. But, his homeboy like went in the room hours before or even a day before and put the phone up, you know what I'm saying? In the fucking, on the dresser and shit and just recorded because he knew he was going to catch him slipping. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was kind of like, it was basically contrived. So that shit was some fuck shit. And that was his homeboy for like 15, 20 years. And then his wife, like when she found out, she was like, the first thing she said was, how can you let this happen? Not versus.
Well, don't ruin it for everybody.
Oh shit. Yeah, whatever.
He don't give a fuck about y'all.
Yeah. But, I mean, the shit been out 3 weeks. The fuck? You should have watched it.
Everybody don't have time like you be having, to watch all this
Mad
shit.
People, like, it's been discussed on a bunch of different podcasts.
It's crazy because you have a whole family that you be taking care of and a whole job.
Yeah,
you be having a rack of time.
I mean, I watch TV, so, I mean, the fuck. And it's been out for 3 weeks, so maybe even a month at this point. So, and several outlets have already talked about it. So it's not like it's fresh off the presses. But yeah, nah, that shit was dope. I appreciated the fact that how he like incorporated all his homeboys and shit. Like he really like leveled all his niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was and he's a good dad. His kids are awesome. His pops, was wild as fuck. And like he's trying to reestablish that relationship.
Yeah, I read his book. I knew his father was wild.
Yeah, his pops was wild as hell. And like seeing him, like his pops was actually on the thing. Like them interacting and shit like that. Like he's still wild. You know, he done beat cancer and all type of shit. So it was really dope. I enjoyed it. It made me realize that I need to work harder. Like he works extremely hard, and
you should listen to his book.
I applaud that.
You should read or listen to his book.
Yeah, I will.
It's inspiring. It's inspiring.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm a definitely.
Yeah, shout out to Kev. Yeah, it's, and then it shows you like the egotistical side of him, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is just happens with power, you know what I'm saying? Like him and his homeboy,
for sure.
Him and one of his trainers, like them niggas get into it on his private jet, you know what I'm saying? Like after all this shit happened and he like looking at everybody side eye and you know what I'm saying? Side eye and everybody like y'all niggas is tripping. And like, I'm the reason that this shit is popping. He was like, if I cut you off today, would you still float? And then nigga like, and his trainer was like, nigga, what? He was like, do you have a house? He was like,
wow.
Yeah. So
I saw that clip on social media. That shit looked intense.
He was getting big man on that nigga, but like his
little
trainer,
Napoleon syndrome.
But I mean, like, I can see where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? He was coming from a place where like he was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just an untrustworthy place. And then like a nigga that he was just as close as the rest of them niggas was set him up. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to extort him for 10 million and shit. Like,
yeah. What y'all have learned from the book, I'm sure, the documentary probably touches on that, but in Kevin Hart's book, like what you'll understand about Kev, and the thing that I really fuck with about Kev is Kev was not an overnight success, bro. No. Like it took Kev like 10, 12 years to just get his foot in the door.
This nigga named something. I forgot. His homeboy is a comic, something Washington. I forgot his first name, but he's in there. He like credits him for everything because he was like, he changed my life. He made me move to New York. He told me like, he was like, nigga, start saying some shit. He was like, you funny, but you ain't even talking about shit. So he said he gave him substance and realized like basically curved his whole shit. And he's on the documentary and Chris Rock and like they just kicking in and shit. That shit dope, man. Nigga rich as fuck. I tell you that. He's got them houses A1.
Hell yeah.
That nigga house is fire.
Well, I had a discussion over the break about Northwest's Christmas gifts. So like Northwest, Kanye's daughter and Kim Kardashian's daughter, they got her a $65,000 jacket that was worn by Michael Jackson and his actual hat from Smooth Criminal. I don't even know how much that joint costs for her to play in it. And me, I kind of took that as disrespectful. Like, it ain't about the money or if y'all got the money to buy these things for your kids. I'm sure Northwest didn't say, oh, I want that Michael Jackson jacket and that hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of found it disrespectful, like to our icons that, and I do have conflicting thoughts about Michael Jackson, but nothing takes away from the fact that he was a fucking icon and he's fucking great at his fucking craft. I find it a little disrespectful that you bought the icon shit for your kids, for your fucking 6-year-old to play in it. Am I thinking too deep about that? Like, how do you feel about that? It seems so on brand with the Kardashians, though. But how do you feel about that? Am I thinking too deep into it?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if they want to buy it, like, yeah, if they want to play with it, let them play with it. I mean, I wouldn't let mine, but you know, I revere Michael Jackson in a different way. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean. Fucking let them play with it. I mean, I wouldn't, like I said, but if that's what they want to do for their little girl, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't fault it. It ain't nothing, like, it's not a horrible thing. You know what I mean?
I think it's a lack of regard. I think it's a lack of regard for black culture as the Kardashians have always had. I'm not surprised that Kanye went along with it because we just talked about his issues with black America at this point in time. But like, I think about like, you know, Hov and B and shit, and they like, yo, I bought this art for Blue Ivy so that, you know, it could be worth even more, you know, once she get older and like shit like that. You literally bought something that like could be in a museum that could be shared that other people could enjoy for your 6-year-old to put fucking Go-Gurt on it and not give a fuck. Like, and again, it's not about how much it costs. It just seemed disrespectful to me. Like, it was just like, it was just like this icon. Like, this is what you think about this icon, like, in his shit. I don't know. Like, it was a very interesting discussion, that I had for that. Another question that I have in this catch up convos. So I'm interested to know your thoughts on this. Frank Ocean. Every time Frank Ocean name comes up is like in the press and it's all of this, you know, Frank Ocean. Like Frank Ocean is this superstar, right? And so I'm thinking like, what the fuck has really Frank Ocean done to receive this amount of acclaim that he does? So he's headlining the 2020 Coachella, which is fine. But it just seems like every time Frank Ocean name comes up, Frank Ocean hasn't done like a whole lot.
I think it's
Channel Orange.
I think it's the mystique of it all. Like, he's the only well, I ain't gonna say only, but he's one of the celebrities that maintains anonymity. I don't know. He's an enigma. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else, how we put that in pad, whatever. But, yeah, I'm not smart enough from 11 o'clock tonight. But yeah, I think it's just the mystique that he's maintained. You know what I'm saying? Like, and whenever he does pop out, I ain't gonna say whenever, but a lot of the times when he does pop out, like, it's pretty remarkable. You know what I mean? Like,
but when, like, Channel Orange, right? Channel Orange is a gold
features.
album. Blonde is a platinum album. Them his only albums. And they're platinum and gold. They're not even like multi-platinum albums. I like Frank Ocean. Don't get me wrong. I like Frank Ocean. But I'm just like, is it really
I think he
like
dropped
this
the ball.
star?
I think he dropped the ball. Like, I think his star power, was he out of a lot of people, his star power was set up. Like, he had the platform and he had I think the backing and the push, to be a star, like a mega star of that caliber.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, you know, some of this shit, you bite off more than you can chew, right? So like, he got there and he saw that this shit wasn't really what he signed up for, right? He wanted, like, you know, and artists, them niggas is weird. Like, if you know any artists, like true artists, like, be it from painters to musicians to designers to whatever, like anybody that's just incredibly artsy and artistic rather, they always a little off kilter. You know what I'm saying? That's the genius in them, I think. And, that's what gives them their genius. You got to take away from somewhere else. So, and maybe his is just, you know, a little bit too much to handle. And he like, fuck all this shit. I just want to lay low, be recluse, and then pop out when I want to pop out. And I mean, I can appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? Cause at the same time, like, while only being, you know, 1.5 million sold, in terms of his own music, he's still highly regarded and highly touted and highly sought after, to the point where he can, you know, perform at a Coachella and be the headliner after not putting out any music for, you know, umpteen years at this point. So, not umpteen.
Yeah, because Blonde came out in 2016, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. And Channel Orange came out in 2012.
A tornado came around my room. That's that shit.
Yeah, Channel Orange was my shit. Blonde, that was just okay.
The mixtape was my shit. That was my shit. That's when I like. But I mean, he got crazy features like that Watch the Throne shit, Sweet King Coretta. Yeah. That shit was fire. And the shit with Beyonce.
He has a great pen.
He wrote one of the greatest songs of all time for Beyonce.
Yes.
What's the name of that shit? Goddamn, I'm gonna look that shit up on YouTube. That's my shit.
I think that, I agree with you. I think it's like the mystique type thing that put him out there. A lot of people is putting it on the bisexual thing. Like if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have got the initial push and, people rooting for him and shit like that. But I'm just like, man, Frank, I'm about to say my comparison that I already know you're against my comparison. We've had this discussion plenty of times. I feel like I'm going with the mystique thing that you're saying, why Frank Ocean is such. Frank Ocean gets Drake booed. That's crazy to me. But I feel like it's the Andre 3000 treatment. I feel like because you don't do much, like you come out when you want to come out. So when you come out with something, it's like this big event. Like when you finally say something or like you do a verse, but like, is it that high of a quality though? Like, is
Hell
it?
Yeah. Frank got some shit. Like Frank got a lot of dope shit. Like when he get busy, he get busy. It's just he don't get busy. Like it's just his volume. Like he don't put up a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? But when he come on the court, he gonna get buckets though.
Do he gets as busy as a singer-songwriter to the level of a Neo or a Dream or somebody like that who has written major hits for major people that have put out their own shit that had their own hits? They don't get nearly the reception of a Frank Ocean, and they probably have 10 times more accolades than a Frank Ocean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I prefer Frank Ocean over fucking Dream. So, Neil, not necessarily. I love Neil. That's my nigga.
But you gotta respect Dream's pen, cause Dream
his pen is dope. I just don't personally.
Like.
Yeah, he's just not personally. I don't see the hype over him personally. Like he can't sing and he makes good music, but I can't get past his fucking voice. It fucking annoys the shit out of me. But
you listen to that Tory Lanez singing. And Dream sing better than Tory Lanez.
Nah, but not to me. But
I really can somebody just redo Chick's Take for me? Like keep everything in it. Just
his singing annoys the fuck out of me too. But he's dope.
I hate it.
It's better than Dream shit. I can listen to that shit way better.
Dream is one of my favorite people, so you ain't gonna get me to say nothing bad about Dream at all. I fuck with Dream music. I fuck with Dream pen. I fuck with all that Dream. I fuck with Dream. Shout out to Dream in his last concert here in Atlanta. Shout out to Dream. But yeah, I think I'm kind of rolling with you on like the mystique part for Frank Ocean. Like for sure. Because I feel like if Frank Ocean was putting out like product all the time, or just maybe not all the time, but on a consistent basis. Because I feel like that's what some of these artsy people do. I feel like you said, like they draw inspiration from places, and the people who is constantly putting out product, it starts to lack the inspiration. It starts to, they don't have anything to draw from. Their lives are different. They don't have the pain they used to, which, or the life that they used to, to draw, things from. I feel like that's why you get like, even like your favorite rappers and shit, like they go from struggling, having a lot of content, and then that first album being like where they unleash their whole life on it. And now their life is, kind of drugs, drinking, and bitches. So that's when the music kind of shifts to that, because you don't have the same inspiration, you don't have the same hunger, you don't have the same thirst. So for Frank Ocean's point of view, I give him props for only putting out music when he feels the inspiration versus churning out this product. But I just don't know if his star is as big as people make it out to be. Like, it's this big thing. People booed Drake for Frank Ocean. That's a wild take to me that happened last year.
Yeah. But he was
I got one more
Future shit though. So
yeah,
he came up
yeah,
with
that's
Future.
true.
So
that's very true. That's very
still,
true. That's
still
very,
wild.
very true.
But I mean, if there's any
that's
explanation
very true,
to
though. That is true. I got one more thing I want to ask you and catch up conversation. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, you
before
good.
we wrap it up? All right. So I had this conversation today, actually. First question. What kicks have you copped since the last time I spoke to you?
I bought some New Balance, but I ordered the wrong fucking size.
And now they sold out, ain't they?
Yeah, and then like the fucking, and on the the fucking website says like all sale items are final. So of course, like I send the shit back. They said, and I was like, boom, can I at least exchange them? And then I go back to the website. They were like, we'll give you a gift card to the site. I'm like, okay. So I go to the gift card to the site and their fucking shoes are gone and everything. And then the shit won't even the full amount for the shit that I paid for. So
wow.
Yeah. So like, and then I bought my wife some shoes.
What site did you get those from so we can know not to go there?
Sneakers. Don't fuck with them. Now I'm out $80.
Seneca.
Yeah,
Never heard of them.
they were, it was on one of them sneak steals fucking shits. I mean, they came in time and everything, but it was just the wrong fucking size, so they wouldn't refund my money. But I mean,
and the return policy is just trash.
But
that's basically what it is.
It is what it is. And I mean, I agreed to it and I just selected the wrong size at the time. And then when I sent them back, had I known that, I would just sold them to somebody I personally fucking know or gave them away. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I bought my old lady some shoes, some New Balance, but, she needed a 8.5 and she wanted a round and I bought an 8. So, and of course I can't exchange them because they're all fucking gone. So I don't know. I'll probably just get them shits away too. So,
damn it, man.
What else should I get?
You gotta try to sell them joints.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give them away. It's cool. Somebody can wear them. I'll be a blessing to somebody.
I got some 95s.
What else did I get?
I got some 11. I got the bread 11s that came out. I got these crazy fucking shocks. I'm pressed to wear those. I'm probably going to wear them this weekend because I'm like, you know, you get a shoe. Like for me, I got a rack of fucking shoes. Like once I've acquired it, I'm not really pressed like to hurry up and go wear it. Like we talked about this. Like I'm not the nigga that got the shits on like the same day or even the same week or maybe not even in the same month or year. But as long as I got it, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But it's some shits that come that are special. And I got these fucking Niemeyer shocks.
Mm-hmm.
I got these Niemeyer shocks that are fucking crazy. Ain't seen nobody else with the shits. And I'm pressed to wear them hoes. So y'all will probably see them on my IG kicks of the day. Follow me at IMDC Fresh. You'll probably see them this weekend because I'm just that pressed. I'm just that pressed to wear. But we were talking about shoes earlier today, me and actually my sister. And we got on, what's the worst shoes that you ever bought that you're ashamed to say that you had? Creative Rex.
Was fire though when I got them though. Like niggas was on them for sure. Like believe that.
Creative Rex had they time.
Them shits are so fucking. Them shits like soft tacos. Like I'm so ashamed. Fuck that shit. They were hard though. They were black, gray, and white. Them bitches was hard as fuck. Like, and I got crazy love on them shits. Creative Rex had they shit. Creative Rex had a good 2 years. And them shits, I got stupid. Like I had the hardest pair there was, but them shits were like. Them shit's soft tacos. Like I'm glad
you
I
gotta
no
send me a picture of. You guys Google them joints and send me a picture at some point in time. I want to see which Creative Rex you had. I wanted Creative Rex. I never fucking owned any Creative Rex though. I never did. Yeah. But I don't know if they were popping everywhere. Y'all don't know if they was popping where y'all was at. But I was in North Carolina when Creative Rex was the shit, and I wanted some fucking Creative Rex. You know what my shoe is, bro?
What's that?
And I had fucking 3 pair. Fucking Jordan Fusions.
Oh yeah, and I remember them shits coming out because I used to go to DTLR. It was when DTLR was the only one in Northgate. And shout out to Marv. Me and Marv used to talk about sneakers. You too.
Shout out to Marv.
And like I used to be on like I remember the taxi type shits.
I had the taxi 12s.
Yeah, them
shit. For y'all who don't know, Fusions was this period Jordan went through where they were combining retro Jordans with Air Force Ones.
Yeah, them shits was hard at the time. I don't give a fuck.
At the time they were. I had the black and white taxi 12s and I had 2 pair of 5s. I had the black and red 5s and I had the great 5s in fucking Fusions, bro. I be like, oh my god, now they so trash. You wouldn't the way I buy shoes, like I buy shoes, you might not know if I'd have had them shits for 10 years or 2 months. Like, cause my shits, I feel like my shits age well. I put shit in a collection, right? But them fucking Fusions, I sold all them joints like a couple years back. Them shits is trash,
them shits
bro.
Is garbage.
Them shits is garbage. Them shits is garbage. Oh man, listen. Thank y'all for listening, man. We in a new decade. We ready to give it to y'all. Next week we have show 100. We're proud of that. I want to make sure y'all subscribe to the show, man, and check us out at the ain'tshitshow.com. That's the X where the I would be. And follow us on social. Y'all know that: Twitter, IG, Facebook, all the usual suspects. We on all your streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts.
These shits are fucking filthy. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at bad creative.
I'm sorry. Just wrapping up the show while he's thinking out loud. iHeartRadio. Make sure y'all leave a comment, man. And, send us the picture. We'll post B Hill's Creative Rex and my fusions in the IG story. On the day we post this show. So y'all can go check that out. We always end the show with a quote, and today's quote is: everyone is not going to like you, but everyone does not matter. Until next week, I want you to manifest your destiny, and the marathon continues. We out.
Rip nip.